Hi. Happy Tuesday. Big Stream Tuesday. Here with all my friends. Hey, everybody. Happy Big Stream Tuesday. Did you guys make it? Coney, you're going to hell. I'm literally not. I get to decide who goes there. Exclamation boy, who want me in chat to find the love of your life here in the Coney stream? Find your soulmate today. Thanks, Pandaceptions. Coney, I'm not typing that command. All right, you're lost. You're lost. Just remember. Whoa, is that a Stage Jam Slam badge? I've never seen that. Dev got a Stage Jam Slam badge with the little basketball. That's cool. I've never seen it. The love of my life is a Coney viewer. It's over. No, come on. They would have such funny vocal things they say and things that I say that they say now. It's fun for a month or two. And then you're like, please stop saying shall we before drinking any drink. Thanks, Little Farman. Thank you, Noctis. Thank you, Shy Diz. Thank you for text. Thank you, Pandaception. Thank you, Regular Craig. Thank you, everybody. Gender from Pokemon. Thank you, Scorch Man. Is that everybody? Spoogle, Greg, Isaac. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm not missing this. I'm not going to hell. That's what I'm saying. Yes. That's a wise decision, chatter. You don't want to bathe and boil in excrement for eternity. All you have to do is come to one stream and watch the whole thing, even the bounty. What sort of price is that for an eternity of salvation, right? Thanks, Phil. Years and years in God's kingdom of heaven. Hi, everyone. A lot of God talk on this stream. This is the last Coney stream. They're shutting down Sora. Dude, you know what? I saw that, and I'm like, something way worse is about to happen, right? Like, when I saw that, hold on. Finally caught a stream. I'm glad it's this one. I don't want to go to hell. If you had to come to one stream, you picked the right one. This is the one stream that will absolve your sins. Congratulations. Dude, you guys see this? OpenAI is shutting down its AI video slot making platform, Sora. What are they up to, bro? No, don't celebrate this. They're up to something. I don't believe this for a moment. I think I saw losing money. I think I saw somebody else say that they're keeping it up, but only for certain users that pay or something. It's like a paid thing. They're restructuring it. The bubble is starting to tear. No, man. I think that's foolish. I think that is naive. I subscribe to the theory they were getting sued as fuck. Disney is like, hey, turn that shit off. They changed their terms yesterday. I think it's a liability thing. Okay, Nintendo is like, like the rabbit with the clock thing. Just, hey, you better turn that shit off. And they're like, wait, yeah. I mean, like, I don't think this is a good thing for you and me. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the needle moving in the right direction. But what about those fruits, though? Those fruits were starting to make a big splash. Y'all fuck with those fruits? They'd be having all kinds of adventures, usually involving infidelity. Those fruits are fucking a lot. Okay, Doomer. I can't believe you guys have hope. You guys have it so much worse than me. As a millennial, like, I was at least told that I would be able to do something with a college degree. You guys don't even get that. You guys are going to be driving on DoorDash till you die, maybe, as a second job, just as a reality of things. Good luck, straight up. I'll be dead before things get better for you guys, but maybe, right? Maybe they find a bunch of oil under Nevada, and then you guys are saved. I don't know. Like, you would get any of it. I don't know. I'm not taking anything from a guy with a room full of Mario flowers. I will say that was an unwise decision. Yeah,
You may have heard Tomodachi life is going woke, but little did you know it's going woke in more ways than one link.
What could that mean? Double woke. Never lose hope, fellas. It will get better. Life will not be bad, and we'll get better, and we just have to wait. Always believe in the betterments of one's life. Let me just tell you this. Life will get better for you individually. Life will get worse for you as a collective. Things will get better for you personally. I promise. You go toward the light, not in a dying way, but just keep powering through. You will be stronger. However, the world itself is getting worse. So good luck. At some point, that won't be the case, right? At some point, you're going to have the tipping point. I hope you guys get off the boat before it sinks. This sort of thing is scary to me. Maybe it's fine, but don't worry. I'm working on fixing things. Thank you, Super Evil Wizard. I'm excited to see what you got going on in that cauldron. Big ups. Coney, gas is at $6 a gallon. We're almost out of the nightmare. $6 a gallon. Canadian alert. $6 a gallon. Oh, it's 3 toonies? CAD. I can't. Bro is using CAD. That's funny. Wow, Coney, this stream is so depressing. You're not going to hell. I just said that. You're here. The previews for Tomodachi Life look pretty positive. It also seems like... was that in the game? Oh. Oh, God. That's good, I guess. I guess Nintendo's making a stand now. Okay, good for them. Beating Street Fighter 6. Yeah, they beat Capcom to the punch. They saw the Alex story mode. They were like, wait, people don't like that. Let me turn it off. Wait, I was going to have that in my game. Oops. Tomodachi Life and Bonanza are the only 2 games I want to play on the Switch too. Come on. What about Mario Party Jamboree Enhanced Edition? Right? Hi, everybody. Happy Big Tuesday. Big Cinema Tuesday. I'm in hell again. I don't know if you guys saw, there's another culture war happening about Jam and Guilty Gear, and now I've been invoked once again. Apparently, she has... Post is unavailable. I might just be blocked. Why is this happening to me? 1 million views on my fucking high school portrait. Probably because you went live at 5 a.m. Oh, it's my fault for getting the Arc System Works badge bag. Listen, it was a sponsored thing. It's funny how seriously people take that quote. It's the original version of the quote was because I was talking about jury specifically, and now it's been twisted into this like this battleground for free speech and censorship in a weird way. And a lot of people's only exposure to me is this fucked up picture of me when I was 18 with a pinky ring with his smug aura. It's it's a little strange to me. I've now been turned into a caricature, and every time I go to the profile, the guy has like 200,000 tweets, and when I'm like, hey man, that's a lot of tweets, people are like, you're supposed... Why are you surprised people are tweeting on Twitter.com? Aren't people supposed to do that? I'm like, I mean, you can find alcoholics at the bar, too. That's not a healthy thing, right? Like, maybe we should be awake before 3 p.m., too. You know, let's dial it back before compulsively talking about every single thing we do and say, you know? That shit pissed me off so much, they don't get why it's a problem. Listen, if people want to tweet a lot, that's fine, but when your feed is nothing but hatred and misery at the things that Elon feeds up to you, you're a part of the rage machine. You are cattle being fed into the machine, and you think that you're woke because you listen to an alternative podcast on Rumble. You really know what's going on because you get your politics from a Chinese basket weaving image board. Okay, man. Very wise, very intelligent. This has been another enlightening experience at the cultural turn of the internet the past few years. Because you can't see Jam's panties anymore. Very strange. Very strange to wake up to this every few months. I just thought Jury was weird. My bad. I thought that character showing her feet and talking about feet she's supposed to be weird, you know? Anyway, I'm in hell again. I'll see you guys in 6 months when, I don't know, They put a turtleneck on biking. I don't know. I don't like Jam's new design. Listen, that's a fair thing. If people don't fuck with Jam, they don't fuck with Jam. I don't mind one way or another. Straight up. If people like it or don't like it, regardless. I've just got people writing fan fiction about me. It's strange. They don't play the game anyway. I mean, I'm sure some of them do, but I also think some of them are in a battleground on like the Overwatch spectrum, and they're mad that Tracer is a lesbian and they made her ass small, and now they're getting recruited and drafted into another culture war 3 countries over, right? Chinese basket weaving board activated me like a sleeper agent. The vestiges of V remain. I'm an old head. You know, that site was co-opted in 2016 with people who want to be right more than they want to be funny. What a bummer. The internet sucks now. But you know what's still fun? Vandal.app. Shall we? We gotta cling to the good parts left. Thanks, Wibby. I don't know if people have ever been to the Evo Artist Alley, but Gooners most certainly do play fighting games. Even Supernova. Dude, my girlfriend went to Supernova, okay? Her first Smash event ever. And she was like, can they sell this stuff here? And I'm like, yeah. If you go to the back of the venue, there are shirts that are like, don't chain grab me, I'll come. 300 feet from the Pokemon Junior thing, where the kids are playing like, we still got some work to do, I think. Something's going on here. And, like, to be fair, it's, like, a little blocked off a bit, but something's gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this shit pony. Oh, no, it's not 2016. I thought that was Genuine. Why don't I know this? This says easy. I'll ride it, my pony. I don't know, man. This shit got bells in it? My horsey. Dude, I'm too old. Oh, that's the one. That's what I like. That's the one. Yeah. That's what he likes. Yeah, that's the guy, man. Bruno Mars comes up on this stream plenty. Generational talent. Apparently, fucked up addiction to gambling. I found out about that recently. That motherfucker is in Vegas a lot. He got his vice. Fun music video. He just looks short here. It's weird because I don't have anything to go off of other than, like, there's no matter of perspective. He just looks like a tiny guy. I guess everybody does. You can tell. Don't laugh. Speaking of tiny guys, I saw Jordy Greep last night at the Baltimore Soundstage. Hey, if you pulled me aside and said hi, I met like 4 people there last night. Thanks for stopping by. Great show. Packed. Big place. It was great. I left a little early because that shit was packed and I didn't feel like standing anymore. It was like general admission. Great show though. It was really cool. It was great. What's the age range like in there? Younger than me. Couple grandpas who I assume were there with their kids, you know, maybe like, you know, they're bringing their 18, 19-year-old, who knows, but, I'm on the older side, you know, I'll say that, but I was one of the people who said, hi, awesome meeting you. Oh my God, thank you so much. It was great meeting you too. I met a few people there, fans of the stream. It was very nice to talk to people. It was a great show. He's very good live. Older Gen Z loves Jordy Greep in my experience. Yeah, I feel like he's like a old Gen Z millennial. Like, I don't know if the new Gen Z like him, but just very popular. He's very talented. So I wasn't one of those people. Just thought I'd say, okay, well, thanks for letting me know that you did not show up yesterday to see the show. Thanks for the update. I wanted to know how many of you guys were there versus how many were not. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Hit it. Is this not Mariah Carey? I don't think that's it. Oh, well, what the fuck are you doing putting this on in March? My bad. I thought this guy wasn't a psychopath. This time of year, man? At this time of year, we're doing this. Okay, somebody just got timed out. What did he post? Let me see what this guy... What do you think that is? Is it an owl? I can't... Oh, it's SpongeBob. Wait a minute! That's not just any SpongeBob! Ow! What's wrong with that, SpongeBob? He got him pants off. Where are his square pants? Where are his Freak Bob? What are you doing here? No, this is not. You shouldn't keep doing it. Wait, that's Kuh. Oh, he's gone. There was a Kuh. There was a big Kuh. Now he's gone.
Whoa!
No more art. No more art unless it's the toucan.
Oh, Coney, at least take a girl out to dinner first before you call her the love of your life.
Who? Oh, I see. You guys are supposed to do the Who Want Me to figure out who it is. Come on. Oh, is it you guys? Is the love of my life in here? Come on, everybody. At Who Want Me and check. Oh, hello. Hello?
Hey, Coney.
Hey.
It's your Uncle Paulie.
Paulie.
Today I whacked a guy.
Hey, don't tell. I'm streaming. Don't say that.
Yesterday I offed a guy.
No, stop. That's 2 murders.
That means in the last 2 days, I whacked off 2 guys.
That's very good, Paulie.
And if you make me lose another Royal Rumble match, I'm gonna whack you off too.
No, don't do that, Paulie. Where are you gonna find the time? You got really close, Paulie. You did a great job. Not as good as Tony, but you know, whatever. Hold on. That shit's Fortunate Son, I think. Right? Sheesh. Only good CCR song. We've had this conversation so many times. That's their good song. I'm dead. Blueberry Fago by Lil Mosey. I'm dead. Any of y'all know that? Did anyone know that? Anybody at all? That shit Blueberry Fago. He got it. He knew. Big ups. Big ups. That's great. Let Glorp sing. Oh, did I not let Glorp sing? You're right. I'm sorry, Chatter. You're right. It's Glorp's time. Hit it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I gotta talk to you guys about something on Sopranos. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Don't leave. I'm sure that you guys have had this experience watching the show. Masterpiece, right? Incredible dialogue, great character work. And then you see the worst effect or dumbest like transition you've ever seen. I just saw a fight scene where a guy is hitting another guy with a 2x4. It is the fakest thing. It's a big sponge. It is very clear, if you guys know this scene I'm talking about, they're grabbing the 2x4 and it's like bending in their hand. Like it's bad. I'm in season 5 and like I don't think you're supposed to see it that close. Right? I think it's they're just that strong. They're canonically not. They are not supposed to be. This isn't like Tony, right? It is shocking. I guess you're never supposed to see it in HD. You're supposed to watch it on a CRT in the living room, like on the couch, like 20 feet away. This scene was shocking how bad it is. But what can you do, right?
Hey, Coney, I'd love to meet you at a con sometime.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm also scared, too, because of how you famously bully everyone you meet in real life on stream next day.
That's literally not
calling
true.
people stinky and a big meanie.
Only one guy who was.
That really hurt my feelings.
No, that's not true. I'm very nice to everybody I meet in real life, unless they're stinky and a big meanie. Then I'll beat them up, throw them out a window. And the place will have no re-entry, so you got to pay for another ticket, and I'll do it again. Did they throw it in the air like Hacksaw Jim Duggan? No, they just, like, they were fighting over it, and that shit is squishing in their hands. I saw the grandma bit that I don't want to spoil, but somebody spoiled for me by accident. The grandma bit in Sopranos. There's a lot of that shit. That weird transition with Carmela. I'm almost done. I'm rushing through it a little bit. Last episode, nothing really happened, except Tony wants to sleep with someone who he shouldn't be sleeping with. I'm going to leave it at that. Don't want to spoil. I don't know why he's doing all that in season 5. Something's going on here. A classy broad with a linen handkerchief. You know who I'm talking about. That's the one. Spoilers? No, come on. Something about a dog. You don't know that one? So, I'm rushing through it because I want to play that game, bro. That PS2 game looked good. You know what? For old time's sake, fuck it. Let's power scale it. Shall we? This one's for old time's sake. I'm playing it fast and loose tonight. We're chilling. We got some movies to watch. We're just gonna hang out. We're chilling. Enryu against Congo. Probably that guy. He's from Tower of God. Right. And isn't saying anything. Who the hell is Conga? A giant ape kaiju that first appeared in Conga. Only 9B. Doesn't seem that strong if I'm being $100 with you. Thank you, Anime Frog. A giant ape. He's not even giant, really. He's as big as a townhouse. The government could kill him, I think. I think a small, like a community watch could kill him. Like in a particular area of the United States. What do you think is Gex's power? I'm guessing 8B. 8C. Age unknown, possibly adult. He is an adult. We know this because of the Gex Jr. game. Kano against steroids. Steroids. Yeah, he has a nuke launcher and super plasma cannon. Kano just has the laser. Kano is like not even powerful in Mortal Kombat. He's just like an asshole. No, Kano pees. King's Curse against Satan. Satan. What the fuck? Spawn Satan, too. Yeah, come on now. That's the Satan. Spawn Satan is different, I think. Heatran versus Winnie the Pooh. This is a tough one. They both... Kingdom Hearts Winnie the Pooh is stuck in the book. Heatran is stuck in a Pokeball. They both are within the confines of their habitat. Does Kingdom Hearts Pooh do anything? Eats a lot of honey, I think. Probably pretends to be a rain cloud. Good stealth, right? Gets stuck in Rabbit's house. And then gets tickled when he draws a face on his bum. Oh, Robert. Probably Heatran, bro. He's probably as hot as the sun or some shit. Dude, Pooh can't do nothing. Hold on. 10C is ass. What is 10C? Below average human level. I beat his ass. How hard do you think Winnie the Pooh could hit? If you brought Winnie the Pooh to one of those punching machines at the boardwalk and you held him up to it, how high do you think he would score? Yahoo! I would bet 60 out of 1,000. He ain't got no force. Right?
Hey Coney, I'm on a bus right now, and the bus driver is hyping everyone up over the speakers by being extra funny and loud.
All right.
I think you have some competition since I'm listening to you in my other ear.
Okay.
Maybe I should watch this guy's stream instead.
Me against the bus driver? Let the bus driver do it, bro. Go ahead and enjoy that moment. Turn me on when it's done. Wang Wei Divine Body Realm. Probably Divine Body guy. He has fate manipulation. Yeah. Gee. 1A? Peter Pan is ass. Anton Ivanov for ZZZ or Kamen Rider Anton. It's an Ant. Okay, I didn't think the power. What do you mean 1C? Kamen Rider? Scarlet. Overview. Never mind. Ifrit or Frankie? Frankie. I don't know what Frankie does. He got big hands. Is he Mr. Fantastic? Whatever. Fana has magic powers. That guy's a boxer. Right. And Choir Intelligencer Edgar? Who is that? Is that guy in the college? Do we know who that is? Who is that? All right, Remio's gonna kill his ass with God's Thunder. Yeah, 1A, Jesus. Character from Bloodborne, agent of the choir who's presumably sent out to gather intelligence on the School of Mensis. School of Mensis, that's it. All right. I don't remember that guy. All right, well, there we go. Not my best day, but 7 out of 10. How bad could it be, right? Okay. All right. Well, now that I am a Pokemon master, since I am desperately seeking games on the Nintendo Switch, which does not have games, by the way. What does that feel like? Is this Carmen? Okay, I want you to know this is from a Genesis soundtrack. It says South Island. This is definitely Carmen. This is not from Blade. Somebody's getting sued. Now that I am a Pokemon master, and since I'm looking for Nintendo Switch games, because Nintendo Switch famously does not have games anymore, apparently Pokemon Champions is coming out soon. Whatever that means. Let's check it out together and see what we've got in store, shall we? I'm going to skip the bad stuff. I don't know what it is. You don't need to watch this? I'll skip the bad stuff. Don't worry. You need to fix the mic. Wait, does it go away when I talk like this? Does it? You can still see it. I just have to talk louder. If I talk louder. If I'm like down here. Oh my God. Okay. That's weird. You don't care about this at all. I'll be the judge of that. Hold on. Wait.
Pokemon Champions.
It might work. I might like it. Yeah, I gotta fix the mic. Here, I'm gonna up the gain again. Actually, I shouldn't do that.
Compete online against
Eventually, I'm gonna blow up your guys' ears.
With the Pokemon you've recruited.
It's competitive Pokemon? You don't think I like competitive Pokemon? Maybe I do now.
Choose one Pokemon to recruit once per day from a random selection of Pokemon.
Maybe I like it. How do you know?
Before battle,
don't put me in a box.
Your opponent's team and vice versa. And choose the Pokemon you want to use for the vice versa team. Before battle, you'll be able to see your opponent's team and vice versa. And choose the Pokemon you want to use for the impending match.
How many do they got? My shock here is like, do they have all of them? Because that's a lot of models, right? C6 pick 4. No. I mean, like, of them. They can't have all of them, right? That's crazy.
Consider which Pokemon your opponent will
We don't
use.
know. That's always been the thing that I would imagine is like the big stopping point. Is they got like 1,000 of these bitches all with different animations. That's really bad. That's a lot, right? Dude, they got the pig guy.
In wins and losses and in private that change every season. And more. Tax.
I think this is neat.
Per day, but by using added.
Cool.
Different Pokeball throwing styles. And battle music.
Does this shit have microtransactions? Do I pay for that? Wait, is that the Street Fighter 6 font? It is. Why they got the same font? Huh. I only realized because they're asking me for money, and Street Fighter 6 tried that same shit. They're like, oh, you like that Street Fighter 2 UI? Pay up. And I'm like, okay. My gosh. I'll open it up. Street Fighter, yeah, it's the same UI, right? Okay.
Here we go.
I mean, I fuck with that font. It's a nice font, right? So, Pokemon probably had it first. Whatever.
Hey, Coney, I'm gonna stop watching at 9 since the new Daredevil season starts then.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know since you famously hate blind people. Also,
okay.
wait, why does...
I'm skipping the rest of that. I'm not letting you get that one off. I don't want to hear the rest of that bit. You guys read it. I read it. We saw it. We're going to leave that one alone. This game also has a battle pass. Good. I think every game should have a battle pass. That should be what decides whether or not the season is good, more than anything else. That Marvel Rivals battle pass this season is ass. And I'm not playing it for that reason. Did you guys see that Lola Bunny is on the new battle pass the same day that they lay off 1,000 Fortnite devs? Uh-oh. Dude, Looney Tunes is poison. This shit's killing every franchise. Oh, no. Oh, it's done, bro. That's bad. They laid off the guy who made Jonesy. Yeah, I feel like Jonesy should be like a hire for life if you made that character, right? Feels kind of important. Okay, I'm gonna start this with a video. Tonight's a reactioning night. I'm gonna keep it so real with you. I've had a video on my watch later from for a while now. From chat. Chat put me onto it, and I think I misunderstood it. For you see, this is a video called "Could a Gorilla Beat Ultimate Custom Night?" You know, Ultimate Custom Night from Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought that meant could he beat the game. What it's actually asking is, could he kill all the animatronics? That's what I want to know. I thought it was like, could he like get a computer and then defeat the game? I want to know if he could kill all the monsters. That's what I want to know. What is Ultimate Custom Night? Hold on. It is basically FNAF Nuzlocke, where it is Omega Hard mode, where you put all these guys on hard. It is all of these things. I don't think a gorilla could do that under any circumstances. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 50 monsters. And 49 in a phone. What is the gorilla going to do to the puppet? Would he know to wind the jukebox? I don't know. Let's find out together. Shall we? Why is your Reddit locked? Shut up! I don't know. I actually don't know. It said that I was locked for suspicious behavior, and I have to change my password. I'm scared to do it. For some reason, every once in a while, Reddit would think I was on Teens in India Reddit. It would be like, any advice for a guy who's trying to get a girlfriend before homecoming? Teens in India. I'm like, what? How'd I get here?
We all know, gorillas are 4 to 9 times stronger than the average human, which means they're probably about 20 times stronger than Coney.
4 to 9 times stronger than me, but actually, I'm pretty strong. You guys saw how I punched that thing at round 1, so you better watch your tone around me. Mods gorilla do a spin when Coney presses play. That gorilla will never spin.
Hey everyone.
Yo!
No, the title isn't a joke. Well, I mean it is, but I'm still going to try to take this seriously. Today I'm going to try to answer the question, can a silverback gorilla defeat the roster of Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night?
I don't think so. These are nightmare creatures of which he would have no comprehension. I don't think he could defeat 10 of them, let alone 50. Let's find out.
The question stems from this post on Twitter and the subsequent fan art that was made shortly afterwards. Initial reactions to the question seemed very in favor of the gorilla. However, I'm going to try and use actual real-life gorilla statistics and information, as well as what we know of the animatronics from the games, to accurately determine if a single gorilla can defeat this roster of 50 characters.
Well, wait, they can't put him in the suit. Doesn't that beat, like, a lot of their stuff? Even Springtrap can't put him in the suit. So I feel like that's like half of the roster down. sequential or all at once? I assumed all at once, but maybe that's unfair. Let's find out. I'll tier zoo this, yeah.
So, to begin, we first need to figure out how strong a gorilla is.
I know this one. Don't worry. 4 to 9 times as strong as the average human male.
Exactly.
Oh shit, it's Donkey Kong. French Donkey Kong. Ooh la la.
So we all know
he said it unironically. They just be doing that.
That gorillas are crazy strong, but are they really strong enough to take on a giant metal-possessed animatronic?
Probably
Short
not.
answer, yes. Gorillas are the largest...
God damn, look at him. Where did his ass go? I thought gorillas got a big ass. Not him, though. He... flat as a board.
Are the largest primates on Earth. They average around 5'11" and can weigh up to over 500 pounds.
Wait, they're 5'11"? I always assumed that gorillas were shorter than me. I thought gorillas were like 5'6", 5'5", stood all the way up. I've never seen one standing. All right, that's scary.
Their strength is said to be equivalent to roughly 9 healthy adult men.
I knew that.
In terms of pulling force, they have the capacity to support over 1,800 pounds. That's heavier than a concert grand piano or even a small compact car.
Doesn't
they also
seem that
pack
good,
a huge
though.
punch, literally. The average gorilla punch delivers around 1,300 to 2,700 pounds of force, which is more than enough to completely obliterate a human skull.
I actually did not know gorillas could do that. Everybody says how scared gorillas are and how they'll run away from you. Nobody has told me how hard they could punch. Thank you, video.
And they have incredible bite strength.
I did know
Their
this.
bite force has been measured to be around 1,300 pounds per square inch,
Big
or
crunch.
PSI.
Right.
That is double the bite force of an average human, and while this bite force isn't enough...
They know how to punch? I don't think they know how to punch like a human. They don't like lead with the hip. They probably like bonk you on the head. They got like a rabbit punch. Still strong though.
To tear through metal, it is more than enough to easily tear through any wiring, softer plastics, or fabrics. And finally, while it may not matter that much, it is still important to bring up that gorillas are highly intelligent. They have the second heaviest primate brain behind humans, and while they're not as adaptable as chimpanzees, they are also known to use tools. So in summary, gorillas are super compact beings of pure muscle and strength, and one of the deadliest animals on the planet. Okay, cool. We got the gorilla stats. Now let's talk about the animatronics.
Uh-oh. I think the fact that they're magic, though, like, what are they gonna... Like, you could always attribute everything to soul magic, right? They got, like, the souls of children
Unfortunately, the
inside.
FNAF animatronics stats and strengths are kind of inconsistent.
Are they magic? I thought it was just robots. It's like soul. They're possessed by souls, man. So it's like
throughout the series.
I don't know.
And there's not many actual
Haunted.
measurements or stats that we
Haunted
can go
is
off
scary
of.
magic.
We do have the exact weights for the Funtime animatronics, though, thanks to the sister location
Why is she 585?
blueprints. Using these and assuming the other animatronics in the franchise are similar, we can say that the average FNAF animatronic weighs around 393 pounds.
All right.
I know it's not perfect, but it's something. Now,
So you
back
can
to
smash them
feats.
together
Like I
if he's
said,
strong
it's
enough.
inconsistent. In the FNAF 2 movie, Toy Chica crushes a man's skull. To do this in real life would take roughly 1,100 pounds of force to even fracture it.
I didn't know
However,
that.
in the FNAF 2 game, another toy animatronic, Mangle, is said to have been dismantled by literal toddlers.
Scary, so they redesigned them to be more kid-friendly and put them in kids' code
Well,
to keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of every shift.
I always thought that was just for like Legos. Like Mangle was like a little kid's like, hey, make your own chipset. Make a cute little board, whatever. We can't do anything else with them. Like they were just making the Legos. He's that easy to pull apart?
And remember that in FNAF 3,
All right.
Afton single-handedly destroyed the original 4 animatronics as a
Oh,
human.
yeah, I forgot.
Also, I am aware that the games and movies are
All
two
right,
separate
Gorilla
things, but I
wins
feel
then.
like I
Jesus.
should give these animatronics everything they can get because we don't actually see them doing much in the
They
games.
seem very
Something
weak
we
now.
do
I
see
feel like
in
I
the
could
games,
kill one.
however, is an impressive display of mobility. Foxy can run and leap into the air. Springtrap, despite rotting in a room for decades, is able to run pretty stealthily. And then you have whatever the puppet is doing. And it's important to mention that the Funtimes in particular have been intentionally designed to kill. Intentionally designed to kill children, but point still stands.
Oh, I
They
didn't
have
know
also been
that.
shown
I
to
didn't
be
play
very
that one.
intelligent. They
Ooh.
tricked Michael into getting scooped. So, very generally, FNAF animatronics are strong but dismantleable depending on the character.
I didn't play that game. Any lore masters? What's getting scooped? Does that mean your guts You're just like disemboweled, just is that it? His innards. Wait a minute. Innard.
Okay, now that we have a general understanding of the two parties,
you got shucked. That's it.
Let's compare.
And skeleton? Ow! That would hurt, I think.
We established that the average animatronic weighs roughly 939 pounds.
I thought you haven't played any of them. Don't laugh. I've never played a Five Nights game, but I have watched a lot of the YouTube videos. I don't really remember them because it's in one ear and out the other. I'm curious, man. It's a franchise that's taken over the world. Don't you think it's interesting? I did play Five Nights at Coney's. That was very scary.
The average silverback gorilla weighs around 430 pounds. And since this is
You're saying a marathon is in order. 30 Nights at Freddy's. This Halloween. Join me on my adventure through all of his adventures. 30 Nights at Coney's. It's happening. Sponsored by Liquid Death. I'm trying to get somebody on it.
50v1 fight, we're going to be generous and go on the higher end of gorillas, with the male eastern lowland gorilla, which can clock in at over 500 pounds. One of the stronger animatronic feats we've seen from the Ultimate Custom Night roster was the Toy Chica skull crushing in the movie, which would take roughly 1,100 pounds of force.
Yeah.
It's important to note that this took around 16 seconds to crush a skull, which would mean that this tactic would most likely not work on a gorilla.
It would take a very long time.
Stronger and larger skull than a human. Speaking of movies, the babysitter's death in the first one is kind of crazy. Freddy being able to bite a human clean in half implies a bite force of around 4,000 PSI.
I don't remember that. Ow!
Equivalent to that of a great white shark.
Jesus.
Much stronger than that of a gorilla's bite force. However, the scene in the movie doesn't really
make... Was that in the first movie? I forgot that. Yeah, holy shit, man.
Much sense.
Oh my God.
How would she even be able to fit in Freddy's mouth to begin with? Of course, the obvious answer is supernatural ghost shenanigans. Which brings me to my next point.
My half.
If this whole thing was just one gorilla versus 50 robots, I'd say that the gorilla easily wins this no contest. But we have to remember that these animatronics are possessed by ghosts, with some of them having clear supernatural abilities. The main one I want to bring up is Golden Freddy.
Right.
The outcome of a fight between Golden Freddy and a gorilla would completely depend on how we believe his powers work.
Okay.
I mean, we're still not completely sure how Golden Freddy even kills you. One popular interpretation is that he simply looks at you and gives you a heart attack, like Sadako from The Ring. If this is the case, then there really isn't anything the gorilla can do. It's GG's.
No, okay, hear me out. I think that Sadako from The Ring and Golden Freddy, if they terrify you into a heart attack, it is based on your conception of your own mortality. It is because you are so afraid of the visage that you are seeing and the understanding that you are about to die that you die. I don't think a gorilla has that awareness, and a gorilla doesn't know that he is mortal, right? So I don't think he has the same fear. He's not going to be like, oh, no, my legacy, right? Okay, what is that? I like that emote. Here you go. All right, here you go. I like it. Only for genius? That's the Coney stream. There you go, everybody.
But, in the week before novel, it's implied that Golden Freddy kills you by touching the victim's head and forcing the words, "It's me," into their mind over and over.
What? He's a computer virus.
Now, if that's the case, would that type of psychic attack even work on a gorilla that can't comprehend it? Would it not just be random noise to it and just make it even angrier? This also relates to the Nightmare animatronics.
That shit would
Again,
tickle.
if we have the gorilla thrown into a Nightmare on Elm Street scenario where it really can't do anything against a literal dream monster, then it's screwed. But with the modern interpretations of the Nightmare against a literal dream monster, then it's screwed.
What the fuck even happens in Nightmare on Elm Street, bro? What movie is this? This has to be like 8, right? He has to be doing this shit in 8. He just be doing shit? He does, man. They start running out of ideas. I mean, this is quite an idea, right? It's a little overbaked, right? Like, Jason is, like, stabbing you. And Freddy was, like, stabbing you. And now Freddy's a TV with wire arms, and he grabs you, and his head comes out of the TV, and the antenna are his ears, and he grabs you, and he puts your head into the TV. I don't know. I feel... Do some, whatever. What's the claws even for? Why even have those?
But with the modern interpretations of the nightmares being fear gas hallucinations, then the gorilla would most definitely win.
And he says, welcome to prime time, bitch. That's a good one.
Gorillas are pretty chill unless they feel threatened, then they become extremely dangerous. If you pump a gorilla full of drugs that makes it feel threatened, it would not go well for anything in its immediate vicinity. And lastly, there's one more thing I want to bring up. Keep in mind that the majority of these animatronics are children. It would be pretty safe to assume that most kids would be terrified at the sight of a hostile gorilla.
Well, they'd be scared of the gorilla, but not if they're a robot, because I think children would also be afraid of adults. Most children are not going to fight an adult, so if they're killing adults in the movie and in the games, they might kill a gorilla too. I think they're a bit emboldened, right?
I believe that fear would definitely impact their ability to fight back.
I don't think so. That's stupid. This video's stupid.
Alright, so taking all of this into account,
what is that guy
I think we
doing?
can say
I haven't played this game. They got too many games.
safely say that a gorilla would definitely win against pretty much any Ultimate Custom Night character one-on-one, assuming the limitations of the supernatural abilities we discussed. However, the question was, could a gorilla beat the entire cast of Ultimate Custom Night, which implies it would be fighting them all at the same time. In my personal, admittedly gorilla-biased opinion, I think he'd win.
No.
Let me break it down. So here's what he has to go up against. First of all, we can get rid of the non-factors, the characters who really couldn't do anything to the gorilla in the
Well, Balloon Boy isn't going to do anything anyway.
first place.
Right?
That immediately takes out Old Man Consequences, Trash in the Gang, Helpy, and Phone Guy. Next, let's get rid of the supernatural threats that, as we established before, may not have any ability to affect the gorilla in the same way that it can a human.
They're ghosts,
in fact, as I theorized before, something like the nightmares may actually make the gorilla more dangerous.
Okay.
That leaves purely physical threats the gorilla has to deal with.
Well, aren't these guys jokes? These guys don't kill you, right? The pig, the hippo, the elephant.
Starting from the top, we know that Afton was able to easily destroy the original 4 animatronics by himself. If he, a regular human, can do it, then it should be no problem for a 500-pound gorilla. I'd say this logic applies to the Wizards as well.
Yeah, how would he kill Music Man? That's a big-ass guy. How is Music Man in Ultimate Custom Night?
Now, the toy animatronics should be in a similar boat. Like we said before, even if they're strong, the fact that they're able to be dismantled by children is a severe weakness.
Yeah.
Makes them kind of like a glass cannon, but unfortunately that cannon realistically wouldn't be able to significantly hurt a gorilla in time. So they're out as well.
Look up Scrap Baby. She has a fucking weapon. Who's Scrap Baby? Is this your OC? I'm getting a lot of DeviantArt. I feel like if I hit page down once, I'm getting banned. If I hit page down one time, I'm going to see something that's going to give me a 2-week vacation. Scrap Baby! Ah! Why would any animatronic need that? What for? Look up Scrap Baby Naked Terror Edition. Okay. Oh, nice try. Phew! Thank you, Safe Search. You've done it again. And now Safe Search off. Ah! I feel weird. I'm scared and another thing.
Next, I want to bring up the gorilla bite force again. If you remember from earlier, that bite force of around 1300 psi can easily destroy anything with exposed wiring or soft materials. This eliminates the puppet, Ennard, Molten Freddy, and Scrap Baby.
Well, the puppet is supernatural completely, right?
Now, I will say everything left over will...
Coney, that's a child. Don't do this to me. Don't get into the age of a fucking robot in Five Nights at Freddy's. Relax.
Definitely be a challenge.
You guys are too quick to hop on that train.
However, I think we can safely eliminate both versions of
Freddy's a child because he was made 10 years ago? What the fuck are we doing here?
Afton,
what are we...
Him being old and withered doesn't
Get
help.
out of here.
And as far as we know, he never even killed anyone who put up a fight.
Coney, if Mr. Hippo kills you and UCN goes on a multi-minute long speech. Oh, I know.
My friend.
If you can believe it, I have watched this as well.
And you have met a terrible democracy.
Yeah, I've watched all of it.
Stop what they're doing and pay attention.
Yeah. He sounds like Germa doing an old man voice.
You're basically saying, hey, buddy, stop everything. Stop what you're thinking. I have a solution to everything.
Oh, very cool. Does he kill you? Does he actually kill you?
Factor in that he would probably be terrified of a gorilla, and I think that this is another...
I'd be so mad if an animatronic bit out the functioning part of my brain, but I could still, like, my ears were working, and I had to listen to him talk for 10 minutes while I bleed out. That would make me so mad. Like, in most universes, I would not be able to hear him. I would die quickly, but these are the last words I hear from this stupid hippo.
Easy win for the silverback. Same goes for Lefty. I don't see what she can realistically do against a gorilla. Now, in terms of everyone else, sheer numbers might be enough to take down the gorilla. I mean, over 6,000 pounds of pure metal versus 500 pounds of muscle doesn't seem like that fair of a fight. And I will admit that from here, the animatronics could very well win against the gorilla. However, there still is a chance. The gorilla still has its trump card.
What?
The gorilla punch.
His ultimate technique.
2,700 pounds of pure gorilla force could, in theory, take out an animatronic.
All right.
Or, at the least, significantly damage it to the point where it can't fight back. In fact, I'm confident that it would definitely take out the cheaper-built knockoff animatronics.
So, if he punches it in the jaw, it can't bite anymore, which is, like, most of its power, I think.
Also, the Rockstars seem pretty similar to the toy animatronics, so let's knock those guys out.
All right, sure.
That leaves the Fun Times, Music Man, and El Chip. El Chip we can throw out using the toy logic, and Music Man, I just don't see any way he could even attack the gorilla. Hit him with his cymbals, I guess. Either way, I think it would be too awkward, and the gorilla could just most likely rip off his thin, dangly limbs or something.
I don't know what Music Man does in that mode. I've only played Security Breach.
And with the
That's the only FNAF game I've played.
Remaining Fun Times, yes, with sheer numbers, they might be able to overpower the gorilla, but again...
This is guerrilla propaganda. You know what? I normally would agree, but I think the gorilla needs some good PR after all that shit the bear said. Everybody says the bear beats him, which is ridiculous.
If the gorilla is
a bear would not survive this, I'll tell you that.
Able to preemptively punch them, or
why is Funtime Chica still in the running? Because she crushed the guy's skull, I think.
Use
right?
its crazy pulling strength to rip them apart. I think the gorilla can take this one as well. And there we have it.
All right.
Yes, a gorilla can, in fact, defeat the FNAF Ultimate Custom Night roster.
I love that. Just my favorite thing on YouTube is just like, yep, it's decided. I decided something after 10 minutes of a video, and that's the truth.
Yes, there are many ways the gorilla can be killed, and we did have to interpret the logistics of Golden Freddy and the Nightmare's supernatural powers in the gorilla's favor. However, I just wanted to see if there was a chance that the gorilla could come out on top, and I'd say there is. I'm aware of the gorilla bias, but to be honest, it would be a pretty quick and boring video if I didn't have one. So that concludes it.
Okay. So if the writer wants the gorilla to win, the gorilla will win.
If you have your own arguments as to why or why not a gorilla would win this, or if you think the gorilla can take on more characters in the FNAF universe, let me know.
Could I beat Ultimate Custom Night?
Know in the comments. Shout out to my amazing but who really couldn't. So here's what he has.
Hold on. Die, kill. Could kill the cupcake. No, I would go to Pirate Cove and disassemble him while he's in there, I think, while he's sleeping. Get him in the processing unit. Doesn't hurt. Nightmare, not real. Die, not real. Play music. Die, not real. What the fuck is that? Not real, I think. Video game, I'm very good at those. I don't know what that, play music, not get tricked by whatever the fuck that is. I don't know who that is. Mangle again. That trash baby knockoff. I don't know what these are from, but they don't seem as strong. Die the Music Man. Don't know what this guy does, but I think he's nice, if I remember. Nice. Nightmare. What is that? Who's that guy? And make a friend. Springtrap again. Oh, die again then. All right, well. And that guy. Whatever. I don't know who these people are. I don't care. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I would fight some of them and not fight others. I'm not a child. They wouldn't want to kill me anyway. I think they're not going to put me in the suit. What for, right? You're going to learn in October. I guess so, yeah. But you know what? That's a problem for future Coney. I don't have to worry about it. Coney, they hate adults. I didn't even kill them. I think we'd be friends because I'm pure of heart. They're nice to me. What about the Halloween? On Halloween, maybe. All right. Did you guys see that whole thing with Sora going away? Yes, it's true. Now there's no more AI to worry about. Sora is gone. Finally. Oh my God, wait. Disney has canceled their deal with OpenAI. They plan to invest $1 billion into the company and let Sora have access to AI-generated videos and characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Phew! Dude, I'd be mad if I was the reason that shit fell off. Oh, Sam Altman is punching the wall, man. I bet Mickey Mouse strolled in and told them about the beauty of the light and how the friends of the light will always defeat the shadow and the darkness will lose to the light. And the power of Kingdom Hearts. Probably something beautiful, right? I was so close. Probably somebody got dragged out of that boardroom like the bad guy in like an Air Bud movie. Like he's right about to sign the contract and like, I don't know, an 8-year-old boy and Mickey Mouse bust in like, wait! It's important that all creative IP are able to be curated by the people who love it most and not given to the world where you're going to see Tung Tung Sahur and Donald Duck duking it out. Why would we ever let that happen? And then the guy gets pulled away. No! My IPs, right? AI is not making money. It was about to. They were so close. Well, now that we don't have to worry about AI anymore, since it's dead, phew, that was close. Here's a video about Pokemon Snap. This is Pokemon Snap and the AI apocalypse. How are those things related? Let's find out together, just in case this ever comes up in the future. From I Am a Dot, shall we?
In the summer of 2019, I purchased this.
Me too.
It's a
I thought
Pentax
it was going to be Pokemon Snap.
K1000 film camera with a
No, I
50
did not buy
millimeter
that.
lens.
Never mind.
Several of my coworkers at the time had recently gotten into film photography, and the peer pressure was enough to push me over the edge. Several weekends per year, we would drive to some place we were mildly interested in visiting, and then wander around and take pictures.
Dude, I don't know what a good picture is. Whenever I be taking pictures with my phone, I'm like, if I wanted to, I could make evocative, beautiful, like you just know when you see it and it's pretty, but like I could make something if what if it's a dewdrop on a leaf? Wait. Symbolizing rebirth and the beauty of nature or something. What if it's a fish eating?
To this day, anytime I travel somewhere new, I bring along my camera and a few rolls of film and look for details.
Being a photographer is a scam, bro. Unless you're photographing animals, that shit's hard. That guy who got that shot of the animal in the eagle's claws, y'all see that? That was a good one.
Textures, or shapes. I find that
Coney, please look at this, shall we? All right, I will. Hold on. Squirrels are vaping e-cigarettes. I did see this, actually. Shall we? I have a picture that I took of a squirrel at the zoo who is, I think I tweeted it. I would have to find it. He's eating from a cup of cheese, like nacho cheese, and I'm like, that dude is seeing God. Like, if you're a squirrel and you've only eaten acorns, and then you just taste, like, processed Tostitos, like, you know, would be good until the year 2050 cheese, that has got to be just transcendent. You're going to invent Christianity if you're that squirrel. Something had to die to give you that, right? That's beautiful. I think this is amazing. We're going to have a bunch of fucked up squirrels who they evolve differently. They be putting their nuts somewhere else, and then we got a whole new strand, right? That's assuming they could taste the same things we can. Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, then I just recently found out dogs taste sugar. I didn't know they liked that. I thought they couldn't taste it. Do they taste? Well, they smell the fruit, and then they try that. They're like, what is this shit? I bet they're not even inhaling. I'm surprised this shit took this long, right? Okay.
I interact with the environment in a way that makes me feel more connected to the place. With a camera in hand, I pay attention to my surroundings in a way that I normally don't.
Okay.
Since this is a film camera, I can't see the pictures right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. I would download that as my wallpaper. Anybody could take that, and it could be anywhere.
Away. I have 36 shots per
I guess that's the point. Beauty is all around us. Whatever, man.
roll of film. Take one picture, do your best, hope it's good, and move on. Some images turn out great. Others are complete misses, but that's part of the fun.
Okay.
Photography is something that I enjoy doing, but don't take especially seriously. I like the process of taking pictures, so I continue to take them.
What is the meaning of this one? If you're so smart, chat, if you're so tuned in, could it be the loss of innocence because of the writing on the playground, and it's because it's a playground? Nostalgia. Okay, I guess. The composition is nice, the yearning for youth. Playgrounds don't exist anymore. Here's one now. Jungie Gym. True. You just see a picture and like, that's a jungle gym. I know monkey bars when I see them.
With that in mind, Pokemon Snap seems like a game that would be right up my
Pikachu.
alley. And it is. It's one of those N64 classics that's unlike anything else. It's an on-rails photography game in which your character takes pictures of wild Pokemon. The player picks their favorite shots and presents them to Professor Oak, who grades each image and keeps the best ones.
Right.
I didn't play this game until relatively recently, and while I do enjoy it, it ended up sending me into an existential crisis. Pokemon Snap, unintentionally, is a prophetic game. It ends up feeling like a piece of speculative science fiction, one that is eerily similar.
Because you got to have that shit dead in the center? Is that the gimmick? I think the idea is that Professor Oak only likes things if they are very particular, and it's not like it's not a human artful composition. It's just, is the Zubat in the middle of the frame, right? If not, then you were close.
To our
Thanks, King Tycho.
Moment.
Okay. I'll hear him out. Hold up. Whatever happened to this guy? Todd? Is that his name? Is he still in the universe? I remember he was on the show once. Oh, he's dead.
In Pokemon Snap, the player assumes the role of a young photographer who travels to a remote island to help Professor Oak with his research.
I love the Coney Snap streams. Wait, there's a new audience here. Guys, I'm going to pitch my Pokemon Snap idea to you. My normal viewers say it's ass. I think this is an amazing idea, okay? It's the same idea. I think this is a great idea. You get 5 people that have never played Pokemon Snap before. It is an hour-and-a-half game if you know how to get there. You have them go through all the levels once and take all the pictures they can. Highest score wins. Is that not a great stream? I think that would be really fun. You get 5 people, you stream all of them at the same time, so you have all the setups. They have to go at the same time, because then you get that, like, wait, you saw a Poliwhirl? Where's the Poliwhirl? I got a Gyarados. How'd you get that? I think that'd be fun, right? It would take them so long to figure out. That's the fun. Some guy finds the Apple button, right? Twitch Rivals sponsor S event. Wait! That is a Twitch Rivals event. And they would pay me for it. Never mind, they didn't pay me. They didn't even pay me for Multiverses, bro. Never mind. Oh, actually, while we're leaking things, I got invited to a 2XKO event for Twitch Rivals. Should I do it? Be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna. if you want. Come on. I need some direction. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Hold out for Deadlock. I'm not doing it, man, because I didn't get invited into the Deathlock Slam. So I'm never going to play Deadlock again. Nobody want me. How much is the payout? Not enough for me to say yes off rip. Let me just put it that way. If it was enough, win or lose, for me to be like, if I was going to, because you know how Twitch Rivals events are. Sometimes there's like $100 diff, but we'll see.
He's studying these creatures in their natural habitat and needs your help to document them. The player progresses through each level on an autopiloting vehicle, taking the best shots they can.
Right.
Timing is important. Pokemon won't hold their poses for long. The photographer only has 60 shots per roll of film, so they have to be somewhat selective as to when to close the shutter. Pokemon Snap rewards
I hate that guy.
Patience and restraint,
He's
while
so
simultaneously
gross.
wanting the player to act fast and seize the moment.
Yeah.
After the photos are taken, the player presents their favorites to Professor Oak, who judges each image and doles out points. He has 3 specific criteria when grading a photo. First, he wants the Pokemon to be as large in the frame as possible.
Right.
Close-up shots are rewarded. Faraway shots are penalized.
Slowpoke kind of looks like Coney, doesn't it? No. I never had my mouth agape like that. You know what I look like? Behold. He even got a hat on like me. That's me. I would never be breathing through my mouth. That's me right there. You kind of look like Guzzlord. Hey! I do not... No part of me! Does anybody have a handsome Pokemon? I searched handsome Pokemon, and I got Mewtwo. I guess so. Oh, wait. Who's that? That guy's kind of nice. It's this detective guy. Is his name Handsome? What about that one? Wait. Anytime I talk about Pokemon on the stream, I always get weird DeviantArt. Every time I do this.
Second, he wants the Pokemon to be in a dynamic pose. If they're doing something other than just standing around, the photo will be worth more points. And third, the Pokemon will need to be in the center of the frame to please the professor. If so, he doubles the points, effectively making this aspect the most important of the 3.
Right.
The player can only present a single picture of
want
each
that shit
Pokemon.
in the middle.
Professor Oak will hang on to the highest scoring picture of each creature, ultimately ending up with a photo album filled with cream of the crop pictures and a massive total score. When Pokemon Snap begins, we see 3 logos: Nintendo, HAL Laboratories, and Jack and Beans, which was the name of the internal development team at HAL.
Oh.
In the mid-90s, HAL
I don't
hired a
remember
small
Jack
team of
and Beans.
creatives, many of whom hadn't worked in the gaming industry before. The hope was to gain some outside
Thanks, same.
perspective, thinking that a group of new developers with support and creative freedom would make something fresh. After much experimentation, the team created a photography game.
Oh, look
when
at
the decision was made to set the game
Bulbasaur!
in the Pokemon universe, everything
Gun to your head, what's the name of the main character in this game? Todd. Ban him.
fell into place.
I already
I'd
said
argue that
that.
Pokemon Snap fulfilled
I
HAL's
know
original
Todd the
goal. There wasn't
photographer.
a game like it before its release,
I think that's his name, right?
and even in the years since, it feels like an anomaly.
I
Fans
love this
begged
game,
for a
man.
follow-up, eventually getting one in 2021. Though, I want to focus on the original game for this video. Pokemon Snap is a fun photography game that feels like a shooting gallery. Take the
I forgot about Magmar. Fucked up duck.
best pictures you can, and try your best to please your professor.
What's his last name? He has a last name? Probably like Shooter. Camera. Todd Pokemon. Snap. You've got to be fucking joking. His name is Todd Snap. That's why it's called Pokemon Snap. I was right with Camera Guy. That's correct. Todd Snap. Why are you hitting them? Wait. What a coincidence. Yeah, cool. Stupid.
Oak's guidelines dictate how the player takes pictures on each subsequent run. Since Pokemon Snap is a game with goals and scores and stuff, it makes sense that the objectives are clear, though it doesn't take long before the cracks start to show. Professor Oak is a stickler. He knows what he's looking for, but he's also extremely literal. The only things that matter are the size, pose, and position. Nothing else, including aesthetics. The second level of the game takes place in a tunnel.
This guy is going to show me a picture he's very proud of, and it's going to be dog shit. It's going to be the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm going to be Professor Oak.
Cart passes a Pikachu hanging out with a Diglett, who pokes his head out from under the ground. My first few attempts to get a picture didn't go so great. Understandable, I'll try again. On a later run, I got this picture. Diglett is larger in the frame. He's mid-action.
But you can't see his face.
But you can't see his face at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, though.
Not a great
This fits in with Professor Oak's rubric. The third level takes place around a volcano and features a zoo of fire-type Pokemon, including a few Vulpix. On an early run of the level, the best picture I could get was this one. 2 Vulpix crowd around an apple with their backs to the camera.
Well,
it doesn't look like much, only pink blobs of color.
You gotta turn them around
Professor
a
Oak
little.
loved it. The Vulpix were large in the frame and were...
I bet I know what the first comment is. I bet I know what the comments say. No? Nobody? Nobody, huh? All right, maybe never mind. All right, never mind.
Doing something,
My bad.
even if we can't tell what this is a picture of.
I really thought
for a while,
I really thought that Professor Oak would be outed for some shit, right? Like,
well, it becomes apparent what exactly Professor
this is
Oak
all you, buddy. Oh no, a self-report
means by his criteria.
Never mind.
When he says size, he's not talking about how close the player's lens was to the subject. He's talking about how much of the image is taken up by the subject.
Yeah.
As in, what percentage of this Pikachu picture is dedicated to Pikachu. When he talks about a pose, he's referring to animation
damn,
cycles.
that's a big Bulbasaur.
Is the Pokemon in the process of doing something? Different actions are worth different
I don't know how
amounts of
big
points.
Pokemon are.
All that
bro. I
matters
don't get
is
a
if the player
sense of
takes
it.
a picture of a Pokemon during one of these animation cycles, even if it doesn't read especially well on film. While Pokemon Snap is an innovative title, especially one from 1999, the way Professor Oak grades the pictures feels rather limited. This is a rudimentary computer program evaluating custom images. This is understandable since this game was the first of its kind, but it does lead to little quirks. Perhaps Pokemon Snap stands out nowadays because, in the decades since its release, the relationship between imagery and technology has never been more fraught.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do a little exercise.
I would love exercise.
What do you think when you hear the word tiger?
Animal.
What does that mental image look like?
Uh-oh. Tiger. 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 Birdie. Are tigers orange and black or orange and white? I'm thinking of cats, I think. Oh, they're both. What the fuck? They're all that. Okay, yeah. Tiger. Tiger. Bird. Birdie. Okay, that's a tiger, right? Ta-da!
This is a picture of an Amur tiger.
Yeah,
this
that's what I
particular one
did.
lives at the Pittsburgh Zoo and is featured on their website.
Cute.
And it's a great photo. The tiger lounges on a rock and looks straight at the camera.
And it's in the
striking
center.
pattern of
It's
its
not.
face,
It doesn't
back,
really
and
have a
legs
pose.
is clearly
but-
visible. I want to reach out into the picture and pet him, even though I'm sure that wouldn't end well. Here's another picture. This one's of a Bengal tiger in a wooded area.
That shit's AI, isn't it? Is that AI? Is that what you're gonna say?
It
I
too
bet
looks
it
straight
is.
at the camera and shows off its color and stripes.
I bet that shit's.
But something seems off about it, doesn't it? This is one of the sample pictures for the open
Well.
art AI
AI
image generation platform service. I know this is just a generated landing page because I was looking for tiger pictures, but something about the phrase, why use a tiger generator, is just hilarious. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and explore unconventional ideas for your tiger.
If I want to generate a tiger, that's where I'm going to go. I might need a tiger.
If you've seen any of my videos before, you can probably deduce that I'm not a fan of generative AI, to
What? Why not?
put it mildly.
That tiger got a bed. That tiger is decadent.
It's a plagiarism
That's beautiful.
machine that's wrecking the environment and turning human expression into soulless content. Slop, if you will. But
Thanks, Zork.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
I really don't like ads. Appreciate the opportunity to have ad-free viewing using my Twitch Prime. Such a generous streamer. I do love to offer the Twitch Prime subs an ad-free viewing experience absolutely free with Twitch Prime. And a lot of people might have Twitch Prime below the stream, and if you just hit subscribe, I think the ads are over for now, but you might get one in a little bit. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just a little way for me to get back, like Protein Flapjacks here. If anybody has a Twitch Prime, now's the time to use it. To just, have no ads, right? To be able to see the tigers that I generate.
Somewhat impressed by it.
So you guys can see my masterwork, like this guy here, or a tiger on a bed.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that this tiger doesn't actually exist. If you look
Sorry, Chud Slime gets my Prime. He's rich! He has the yard! Why are you doing that? They make like $30K a month each!
Look at the details, it starts to
Give it to
fall
me!
apart. And if it's next to the Pittsburgh Zoo tiger, it's obviously
Help!
fake. But still, the fact that a computer program
This tiger looks... this guy likes it because that tiger looks so friendly.
was able to spit out a somewhat
He
convincing
looks
tiger
so
image
soft
is
and
wild.
huggable.
When a Gen AI model
He's
is
so
prompted with a
cute.
basic command, such as tiger, it attempts to show the idealized version of what's prompted. After scraping countless copyrighted materials without permission, what does the most average picture of a tiger look like? What does the perfect version of that average look like? Well, it probably
It looks like this. Oh, I got rid of it. Never mind.
looks kind of like this. On the human side of things, we have
Okay,
a
yeah.
general understanding of what a tiger is. When we look for imagery of a tiger, we try and find images that align.
Professor Oak would go nut. He would nut if he saw that AI tiger. Wow! That's a good one. He would never want to see any other photos again.
with what we have in mind.
He would love that shit.
What an AI is attempting to do is to get as close to that imagined ideal as possible.
Wonderful.
When viewed through a modern lens, Pokemon Snap takes this idea and inverts it. It does so unintentionally. This is a game from the 90s after all.
Thanks,
Much
Scared
in
of
the
the
same
Sun.
way a work can take on new meanings with age, Pokemon Snap deconstructs a technology that was several decades away from the time of its release.
Yo,
Age.
you.
Pokemon Snap deconstructs a technology
That's scary.
that was
He's pointing
several
at you. You.
decades away from the time of its release. Even though he has a face and voice, Professor Oak
Dude, Professor Oak would absolutely fall for AI bullshit. He would all in on a crypto coin for sure.
is just a program. He has lines of code made to analyze images. He has a criteria for the perfect
Have you guys... This is a bit of a tangent. You guys know Henry Winkler? You know, the Fonz, Coach Klein and the Waterboy, Gene Cousineau and Barry. You guys know Henry Winkler, right? I don't know if you guys have seen his Twitter. It has, I don't know how it is now. Last month, it was nothing but falling for AI shit. Like, he just spreads misinformation all the time. Just constantly. It's like your grandpa. And under every single thing, people are like, no, don't fall for that. Don't. Look. Do you hold the door open for the person behind you, irregardless of age, sex, color, bank balance, or religion? Quote tweet, yes. Thanks, Grandpa. Have you ever used bread as a hot dog bun? Yes. Oh, I think he stopped posting about AI because he got tricked a lot. Under every tweet, people were like, hey, Henry, stop retweeting this. It's getting you. I don't know if maybe one of his family members talked to him. I was thinking if it's a bit, it's very funny. Like if he's just continually engaging with bullshit, so people will be like, stop, Henry. Because I thought he would be, but I don't know. It was very funny for like a few weeks. It was great.
picture of a Pidgey or Electrode or Meowth, and it's up to us to fulfill those requests. So we travel on our cart and snap photos of anything and everything, attempting to get the Pokemon in our field of view. We do our best to capture the best looking photos we can and present them to this machine that has no way to comprehend aesthetics.
That poor Jigglypuff.
On a run of the tunnel level, I ended up taking this
Getting
picture
its
of
ass
Diglett
beat by
and
a
Pikachu
coughing.
together. And I really like how it turned out. Both of them are clearly in the frame. They're interacting with one another. You can see their faces. To me, this is a fun image that illustrates both Pokemon.
No. I can't see Pikachu's face, bro. Pikachu looks like a cryptid. Yeah, he doesn't look like that, bro. I can't even see his eyes. What expression am I supposed to have here?
But Professor Oak doesn't see it that way.
I'm Professor Oak today. Maybe I'm AI.
To him, this is a picture of a Diglett. A Diglett that isn't especially large in the frame and is way off center.
Yep.
Even though I'm sure a lot of us would prefer to look at this image, it doesn't fit Oak's unmovable grading criteria.
I gotta be honest. No, that... Well... I get it. No, because this is a better picture of a Diglett, but it's a worse picture overall. This is a better picture of something, right? Coney, your Pokemon Snap stream idea, but you're Professor Oak. Wait. So they submit the pictures to me. Wait, I kind of like that. Hold on. Yeah. That's pretty good. Interesting. Give that chatter a raise. You know what? I'm going to up that chat. I'm going to double that chatter's salary. Thanks for writing in. Maybe if you guys had a good idea, I would up your salary too. Grab the brass ring. Come up with a good idea I could steal. Now.
Unmovable grading criteria. I took this picture of a Vulpix too. It's okay, but I think it's pretty cute. The Vulpix is facing the camera so you can see its face. It's not in the center of the frame though. It's on a rule of third line, which is a common guideline for composition. But Professor Oak doesn't understand the rule of thirds.
He don't fuck with that at all.
He wants his subjects in the center of the frame.
Show me a better one.
This picture, while flawed, shows the Vulpix's face and body in a pleasing composition. But this picture features a larger Vulpix mid-animation in
it also got two of them shits.
The center of the frame.
And you get to see all of their beautiful tails, which is like the whole thing of a Vulpix, right? They turn into 9 tails. That's like the point, right?
It's better. It's closer to his programmed ideal of a perfect image.
Thanks,
Pokemon
Will.
Snap is filled with these sorts of quirks. Some pictures that seem like they would be hits are complete misses, and some that seem terrible go over fairly well.
That's a great picture. I think Professor Oak's got a point on that one. That's a beautiful shot.
Personally, I think this picture of an Electrode grinning at the camera taking up the whole frame is pretty nice. But Professor Oak likes it better when they're mid-explosion. He's kind of a sadist like that. Even though this image just looks like a white circle, it's the one that he prefers. At a certain point in a playthrough of Pokemon...
Damn, that's a good shot. Hold on. This one here, that's a good one. Hey, I like that one.
Through Pokemon Snap, the player realizes that they have to shut off the part of their brain that likes aesthetics. Of course, the secret legendary shots are going to look good no matter what, but for those kind of mid shots, it's better for the player not to think about how the picture looks at all. All that matters are those 3 literal grading criteria. This isn't a game about art, creativity, or even really photographic documentation. It is a game about appeasing a computer.
I guess. I don't know. I think he's so mad. Me when I had to go on the river journey 3 times in a row. I feel like it's giving you the fundamentals of good photography, because the whole point is once you have those, then you can break them, right?
Professor Oak will not mince words when criticizing a photo.
Oh, damn. He says that's ass.
Even if it looks good to us.
I don't
In May
know
of
who
2025,
us is, bro.
Samuel Goldberg and H. Ty Lamb published a study.
I feel like we had the conclusion to this video and we worked backwards, right? I feel like we came up with an idea and then we wrote the script around the idea.
At the effects of generative AI
but maybe I'm
regarding the
wrong.
buying
We're only
and
half
selling
done.
of stock
Hold on.
images. The platform they analyzed didn't allow AI images until late 2022, which allowed them to look at a before and an after. How did the marketplace change with this new influx of Gen AI pictures?
Yeah.
When the platform in question made that policy change, the amount of available images skyrocketed. The platform saw 78% more images uploaded per month, and 88% more image producers.
Coney, after getting rank E in Sonic, yeah, I'm going to make a video essay on how you actually have to go slow in Sonic. Wait. The game doesn't let you go fast and punishes you for that. You have to go slow to win. I could make that video. I could kill Sonic the Hedgehog today.
Sales of the platform increased 39% as well. Goldberg and Lamb claim that buyers of stock images are looking for novelty, one specific thing to fit a need. The stock image service is trying to guess what's in the buyers' minds. It's disheartening to hear, mainly because if Gen AI images are outselling non-Gen AI
Thanks,
images,
Bowser, dude.
then that means that a lot of people either can't tell or don't care. The study shows 4 examples of images that come up when searching road rage.
I mean, the most evocative one is 4, right? Depends on what I'm selling. If I'm selling, like, if I'm trying to create a problem and I'm selling the solution, we go 4 here. That guy's gonna kill me.
And while images 3 and 4 are obviously AI, so is image 2.
Yeah.
While image 2 is Gen AI and is labeled and licensed as such, it is pretty convincing. One of the main conclusions of the study was that in this context,
thumbnail bait.
Gen AI images could be viable substitutes for non-AI images. But there's another aspect about this study that I think is pretty revealing. After the stock image platform allowed AI images, the amount of human-made images fell. As in, fewer non-AI images were being uploaded to the service, and more creators left the platform.
Yeah.
Goldberg and Lamb report a 23% drop in non-AI artists on the platform.
Like, what's the point?
In an interview with the Stanford Graduate School of Business, Goldberg said the following, quote, "We see an exit of non-generative AI artists from the site. There is also quality improvement specifically among non-AI images. Competition increased, and the non-generative AI artists who left the platform were probably lower quality artists."
Well, I think when you need that many stock photos, it doesn't matter how low quality they are. You need that picture of a grandma looking at birds through binoculars, right? If you need an old lady, you got to have that specific niche.
The good ones stay and the bad ones leave. That's traditionally what you hope competition would do.
Okay.
I find this quote especially revealing. It can't be that people who take the craft of creating things seriously don't feel
Are hats makeup for guys? Depends how bald. I don't know, maybe. If you're like, if you are balding, yes. If you are bald, no. Right? Beards are? Oh, beards are better, yeah. But not every dude can have a beard. Some men, no matter how virile and testosterone-ridden, no matter how strong they are, they can't grow a beard. Those poor souls. No matter how handsome and smart and intelligent and caring and kind and tough and terrific, they can't grow a beard. And they may be among us right now, and we should be nice to them.
comfortable supporting a platform.
Coney, I think you could get a beard if you wanted. Oh, no, 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 no. You're going to make me do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, no, no, no. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, no. What happened? In case you are just joining the stream or have not seen what happened, this was after a Smash Con where I did a Smash Con and I hadn't shaved for like a month, and I was like, you know what? Let me see how long I can keep this rolling. I've never let it grow. I'm curious how long I could grow my beard. And this was after like 3-4 months or something. Yeah, it's bad. It doesn't connect. I get the Frenchman thing going on without the connection there. And I get a terrible neck beard. I was like, oh my God. I literally committed myself to being ugly for like 6 months to a year. I genuinely think it looks okay. No, it's not. It maybe in certain lights, maybe in certain angles, but not overall. You got to shape it. Well, what's the point of a crazy beard that I'm not maintaining if I maintain it? My point was like, I want to see how it goes without touching it at all. It was a social experiment. And you know what? Everybody said, oh, no, it looks good. It looks great. So everybody lied to me. That was the social experiment. Everybody being nice. I was like, no, it looks awful. I know it does. I'm not. Who do you think I'm trying to impress, bro? I don't fucking. Come on. Yeah, that was me with a beard. So next time you say, Coney, you could grow a beard if you wanted. This is what you're endorsing. Some of the darkest days of my life. So don't do that. You're enabling, okay? Alfred mugs your beard. His beard is ass too. He got a bad beard too, but his is just thicker. Actually, he's got an okay beard. He just has the goatee thing. I judge any goatee like that. Alfred's beard now is great. Yeah, he's got a better beard now. In this one, it's not as good, but it's better than yours. That's a low bar to clear. Wasn't your kid born around then? Wait. Yeah, actually. Wow, I forgot about that. I don't know when this was filmed. Maybe I shaved when my kid was born. I don't remember.
Platform that chews up and spits out other people's work for cynical profit.
I didn't want to scare her.
It has to be because the artists just weren't good enough. You know what? What service are they talking about anyway? Let's see. Okay, they started allowing AI in December 2022. And let's check those watermarks. Yep, it's Adobe stock. Good old Adobe, shoving unwanted AI nonsense into all of their products. It can't be that people are upset about Adobe's AI policy and don't feel comfortable uploading creative works to their marketplace. It has to be that they're worse artists. If we're to personify Professor Oak, he comes across as a staunch art critic. He pulls no punches. He sees no value in pictures that do not align with his narrow worldview. And while this makes sense on a gameplay
I think he's old.
Level, as it tasks the player with obvious objectives to complete, on a narrative level, Professor Oak is just a hater. Like, I'm sorry, he's a complete hater. Immediate dismissal of everything that seems different in any way. Having a picture torn apart by this rudimentary computer program
this fucking guy.
Kind of bad. I mean, I didn't spend a whole lot of time getting these shots, but I mean, come on,
corn
man.
dog.
Though I do have to admit,
he's gonna call Oak a fascist.
It's kind of fun to be a hater.
Okay.
Negativity sells. A positive review is just some endorsement. A negative review is an event.
Okay.
When people say not to take criticism personally, it can be really tough.
Wait, what?
Honestly, I'm not sure such a thing is even possible. Because with every work, there's some level of humanity in there. These are fruits of human labor, whether you like them or not. Say, okay, just as an example, Taylor Swift. If I were to come on here and just hate on her last few albums, there would be some people that would be upset with me. A lot of people get an awful lot out of her music, and outright dismissing it would be an insult.
Sure.
There's a global community of people who are invested in the art, story, and legacy of this one singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Even though she's a massive celebrity, there is a human at the center of these works.
Okay.
When a person criticizes the work of another person, there's some level of confrontation there. The output of one person is at odds with the viewpoint of another. And that's totally fine, that's just the basis of criticism. But what Pokemon Snap does is swap out that audience for a computer program. We are Taylor in this scenario. We present works with our squishy human minds, and a computer either accepts them or swats them down.
But the computer made the system too. I mean, I guess a human made the levels, right? I guess that's the idea, is that a human built the game and made the levels, so it's not like it, but it...
Professor Oak doesn't care about us. This is less of a...
Yeah, I don't think this is a game about art.
Confrontation. We don't have to take him seriously. He's a hater. But in the modern day, when we browse Adobe stock and see a billion AI images, those roles are reversed. I can say bad things all I want to about this picture, and no one will get upset with me. No one made this. This isn't a real person. It's generated trash.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
Even though songs can be generated and dumped onto streaming services, do these so-called artists have any fans? Like, real fans?
Did you guys see that one thing? Did you got apparently a guy is being investigated out of Florida or Georgia? Hold on. Here it is. North Carolina man pleads guilty to music streaming fraud aided by AI. So a guy made a shit ton of AI songs and then made a ton of bots to listen to the songs and made millions of dollars. Apparently he made like millions from this. He just made, hundreds of thousands of AI generated songs streamed by bot accounts billions of times, which let him make $8 million in royalties. It's not fraud if it's smart. I think you let him get away with it, but you're like, all right, nobody do that again. That is what the law is. It's precedent. This 54-year-old man figured out the game. You're like, all right, you can have it, but never let that, nobody gets to do it again. Never, ever. You could keep $1 million. Very smart, right? Fine. He was a poor, so 50 years prison. Oh. He agreed to pay $8,091,843 in forfeiture. Oh, no. Oh. Damn. Good luck, bro. I hope he makes it out. This guy is ruined for life. How much did he make? 8 million, 6 million? So I don't know. Who knows? Let's see the sentencing later, I guess. Coney, you could do this with AI Twitch viewers and not get caught. That's what people do, literally. Do you guys understand? And I've talked about this before. Like, apparently the CEO of a big Twitch agency has said that view botting is literally profitable right now on Twitch. Not a joke. Because if I paid, I think it's $180 a week for 750 viewers. If I get one sponsor, I get that back for the month. Like, that would cover that. It would be so easy to do. Isn't that fraud on the advertisers? Yes! Absolutely it is. But that's how this system works. Twitch got rid of bounties recently. Now they do sponsorships. You know why? Because bounties would be like, hey, if you have 2,000 viewers for an hour, we'll give you this much money. You know what breaks that system? Raids. If I get a raid from a way bigger streamer and then I pop a bounty and everybody leaves, doesn't matter. My average was higher. I get all that money. Now they have sponsorships. There's always a way to game the system, you know? Like, it's unfortunately, it's not a way to do it. So, straight up, there's view botting is better on Twitch to do. The only risk, really, is that people will find out and then they'll be mad at you. But, like, if it's in the game, right? Like, where Papa John's at? Oh, shit, you're right. Let me turn that shit on. Talking about making some money. Wait. I forgot to turn it back on. There he is. There he is, you rascal. You rascal. I love that pan pizza. Delicious. Yum, yum. It's also confusing because, like, Twitch's method of counting viewers has changed so much because they're trying to crack down on bots. So a lot of lurkers aren't counted anymore. It's weird. So you see, like, counts fluctuate. When ads pop, the number goes up big and then down big. It makes no sense, dude. Very weird.
I can dump on the Velvet Sundown all day, and will anyone...
The advertising economy makes no sense.
Their defense, there's no one to hurt, no artist to offend. No way to think, how long do they spend on this? Because they didn't spend any time on this. No one made this. It's like killing a zombie versus killing a person. It's a safe space to be a hater. Sure, you'll get people defending the technology and its potential or whatever, like, oh, I spent like 30 seconds prompting, okay, whatever. But you're not going to run into any breaking Rust stands. The Zania Monet army won't rise up when I clown her for having the exact same picture for every single...
A lot of streamers I watch have started adding a check-in redeem for one channel point to make sure they're counted for view count. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I'm going to do that. I'll give you a free trumpet once an hour.
Cover. Come on, guys.
Taking attendance.
This isn't actual critique. It's hunting for sport, funneling negative energy into a vacuum. There's no recipient, only a void of human emotion attempting to get you to listen to their song, watch their video, or look at their image. So while there's no possible way for the team at HAL Laboratories to have predicted this horrible sea of plagiarized muck, it paints one of the most accurate pictures of our modern relationship between humans and machines. It is unintentionally dystopian sci-fi.
I guess
it is more cyberpunk than cyberpunk. For as dire as this predicament is, I do find it encouraging that there is such a backlash when people get caught using AI. Like, people actually do care when Call of Duty steals from Studio Ghibli.
That actually is crazy. Dude, I watched Spirited Away recently. I watched it when I was younger, but I didn't remember it. That is a beautiful film. Like, I forgot, like, it didn't make that much of an impression on me way back when, but, like, Jesus. What a phenomenal movie. So I have now this, like, renewed sense of, like, righteous indignation when I see Ghibli AI stuff. I'm like, hey, put that down. It was really good. It is, but those movies feel a bit slow. That's the intention, Chatter. You're supposed to take it in. It's supposed to feel intentional. There's a point in the movie where all the soot is taking the coal to the machine, and my mind, which is bred over thousands of years of evolution to identify patterns, I'm like looking for the animation like loop. You know what I'm saying? Like in a Hanna-Barbera thing. I'm like, where's the loop on this? There wasn't one. I was like, oh, shit. That's crazy. There was no loop on it. They weren't continuing going. So if you like Spirited Away, you should watch Danganronpa. I will, actually. That sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a very artful meditation about the human existence. I think I am going to check that out. Danganronpa sounds great.
You know, the studio with all...
Is that Ghibli too? I bet it is. That sounds great.
Messages. People do care when an AI placeholder makes it into a shipped build of a game.
The same
when
thing,
AI makes a deceased celebrity say things they never
That's trash!
actually said. Larian Studios unveiled their new project and immediately had to go into damage control when...
Dude, that trailer was so good. That trailer was awesome, and then people were like, wait!
Their CEO mentioned AI in an interview. I think it's great that people do care. Is it enough to right the ship? Maybe. I hope so.
People only care now because we're in the gap before people can tell the difference. Give it like 2 more years, then people are going to be like, I don't know. You can't care anymore because we don't know, right?
I mean, I use a couple stock image sites, mainly Unsplash, Pexels, and Vecteezy. And while Unsplash and Pexels don't allow AI, I only recently noticed this filter on Vecteezy's site. There's a non-zero chance that an AI asset has ended up in one of my videos, and that kind of freaks me out. I don't use Adobe stock, but I do use Premiere, After Effects, and Photoshop to make these videos. Am I contributing to the problem, even if I don't use these so-called features? I write a lot of my scripts in Google Docs. When I was working on the last video, I kept getting pop-ups asking me if I'd like Gemini to finish the script for me.
Bro, Gemini will not leave me alone, bro. Dude, when I be writing an email, Gemini's like, I got this one. And it has like a full paragraph. Stop! I can write that, bro.
I actually enjoy the process of making these videos. I like thinking about games critically and trying to actually enjoy the process.
I actually was, I might play Catherine again soon, so this is interesting. I've got my PS3 hooked up upstairs because I want to play Catherine again. I didn't know what the third Catherine added, so I saw this and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know because I know they have the third version. I was going to play the original. But
of making these videos. I like thinking about games critically and trying to compose my thoughts.
Go for Full Body. It's a different game. Should I? I don't want to, like, engage with it. I just want to play the puzzle shit. Actually, I do want to engage with it. I do like the story. It's a good game.
In a way that makes sense. I like editing the video. And
I got the vibe that third character was added almost like a DLC, like, hey, if you want to go down this, but it wasn't given the same level of care and attention as the original. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it got added as like a, I guess, if you want to do that, right? Like, I don't know.
Making the animations. Sometimes
like
I collaborate with an artist with a different skill set, and it's really cool to see how it all comes together. That process is thrilling.
It's a Persona 5 Kasumi. Chatter, I don't know what those words mean. Thank you, I guess.
Don't want that to be automated. And it's weird that I now have to double and triple check that every asset is free of the filth. It's weird that I have to backspace the word delve. It's weird that I have to wrestle with the moral ramifications of using the software that I've always used. This cloud of shortcuts, this mantra of quantity over quality, looms over the entire creative process now. These so-called tools are trying to help me reach that perfect idea, the collective average of what came before.
Right. They're trying to make it as quick and easy as possible because that's what most people want, I think. They don't want to deal with that shit. They want to be able to take on the job of whoever their graphic designer is, and, I can do this, and then they just get pushed through Photoshop.
2 years ago, I went with some family members to a zoo and I brought my camera. I must have been off this day because a lot of these pictures turned out terrible, including these two.
One.
These are pictures of a Malayan tiger. They're overexposed. The tiger isn't posing all that well. These just aren't all that great, and are two of the worst photos I've ever taken.
Yeah.
When I got these pictures developed, I was disappointed. I mean, I wasn't expecting these pictures to be winners, but I wasn't expecting them to be this bad.
Okay.
But the photo immediately after these two is this one. It's a string of colorful flags hanging from a fence right outside the tiger exhibit. When I look back at the pictures from that day, this is by far my favorite one, with the bold colors and the light hitting them in just the right way. And this is not a picture I had planned on taking.
It's a pretty
This picture
shot.
exists because I was in the right place at the right time, looking for interesting shapes and patterns to capture. This picture exists because I like the process of taking pictures. In experimenting,
he doesn't get it. Yes, I do.
Keeping an open mind, we're able to share how we see the world. And that's why Samuel Goldberg's
Tony, this picture's AI. Oh, he got me.
Comments just confuse me. He approaches the images on Adobe stock solely as products. And sure, I suppose they are for sale, but by browsing the non-AI images,
I work in an after-school program, and my CO workers are really big into ChatGPT and using it to design kids' activities. And I probably had the biggest internal grimace when one of them said, "Man, I love ChatGPT. I wanted to chime in so badly, but I just..."
You got the ick. Yeah, you got icked. I think the issue is, like, I can't, maybe I'm not creative enough. What would you have to, like, prompt that you couldn't find, right? Like, if I'm looking for, like, a kid's activity, I could just search Google and I bet I could find it. Like a maze or a coloring thing, or like a, I don't know, like a... there are so many free resources on the internet. They see ChatGPT as Google. Google is Google. I don't know if it's like a deference to... maybe in the same way that I am deferential to the internet and even to Wikipedia, because I remember when professors were like, Wikipedia is not a real source, anybody can edit it, and now we're at the point where nobody gives a shit. Like, is it this deference to technology as the arbiter of truth to say, like, ChatGPT, give me this thing, and then you assume it's going to be 100% accurate and good, the best thing it can give you? Because I think Google used to be that way. Now it's worse, but I don't know. Wikipedia sources and shit. Right, it was always stupid. My point is that is over time, as AI improves, with the ultimate goal of it being as accurate as possible, and with all this funding and shit, will it become Wikipedia in that way of like, okay, it's just accepted now. It's a part of the culture because it is so accurate most of the time in what it is saying. Not in interpersonal matters. Not in like, should I leave my husband who is mean to me? But in terms of like, how do I identify a snake that is poisonous? Does that make sense? Like an objective thing. Because right now, if you ask any matter of subjectivity, you always put Reddit at the end. Now you get on the relationship subreddit and they tell you to leave your spouse all the time, right? But if it's a matter of objectivity, usually it's just you let Google answer it. You feel what I'm trying to say here? I feel like as the internet gets smaller and as more money is pumped into the answering machine, like Chat GPT and LLMs will become more and more accepted, I think, as the de facto, there's always, but the problem is there's always going to be, I don't know, hallucinations. It's going to be wrong a lot of the time, but it is considered the messenger of truth more than a Google page, which kind of says, I don't know, you look. Google page just puts up a lot of shit and says, good luck, you figure it out. The ChatGPT got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? You get it. It prioritizes getting you an answer over being correct. Yes. Yeah. Help. Yeah. That wasn't in Pokemon Snap. Yeah, wait a minute. I forgot we were talking about Pokemon. What? It's been confirmed AI lies to you on purpose. Yeah, but they're going to get better at hiding it. Like, that's true, yeah, but I think in the same way that it's going to get more accurate, it will also get better at being deceitful, right? Oh. The movie made you think about an interesting topic. Wait, good movie. Hold on.
These things are beautiful. These images
but you also lie to us on purpose. Yeah, but I'm funny. The AI isn't funny. Except when cats are working at jobs. I love that. When the cat is a chef and he gets really mad, that shit's pretty... I like that.
To serve a purpose, and that
stupid
purpose
animal
is to
video,
bring
shape
to
store,
consumers.
you know? Like...
They're not art, they're content. And if they're content, it doesn't matter if they're created with integrity or not. It doesn't matter that if it's stealing the output of generations of photographers, stylists, and illustrators.
You know what I think is one of the most prescient parts of the AI thing is that anybody can make it, and there is no sense of, like, accountability on this shit. So you could just make anything and do anything with AI that you want, and you can just disappear. What is everybody looking at? What happened? Is it pizza? What are we looking at? What is everybody looking at? You can just make anything you want, and it doesn't have to be you don't have to put a name on it, a face on it. You don't have to put your reputation or idea. And to some extent, you could do that already on YouTube or other things because, like, you could always just make a new account, whatever. But I think that there's this idea when it comes to art or, I don't know, photography, a creative output, you are putting a piece of yourself on it. Meanwhile, this is just a sentence you type into a machine. You know? Zero stakes and non-existent barrier to entry? Yeah. Yeah. My brain was going to, because one of the things I think about a lot is how we lost the monoculture when it comes to media because we democratized publishing. So now instead of, like, there only being 5 conglomerates that control all the media, you have journalists making blogs and people making blogs that don't know what they're talking about, or people that do and are giving actual, like, I don't know, boots on the ground accounts of what's happening in their city. Like, but that's different. That reduces the barrier to entry, but it also allows people to cut their teeth in that space and speak in a way where money was the barrier before. This kind of takes it even lower than that in a way that is harmful, that is detrimental. Now Joe Rogan informs as much as CNN. Well, more, right? Like, if you're able to charm a demographic, right? If you're able to seem worldly and intelligent, you're right? If you're in the manosphere, if you can get an 8-pack and rent a boat, you know, it's like, I don't know. You could create a whole image.
All that matters is they're selling. Revenue is up. But in the process of chasing quantity, we lose quality. In the process of appeasing these soulless algorithms, we forfeit our ability to create something new, to
That's a good shot. I like that one. That's good.
Explore and discover unexpected things, to create things.
Charisma had always been the ideal dump stat. Yeah, man, if you're in the womb and you're doing, like, the special thing, charisma is the play. It's a cheat code. Like, you could do anything with that, right?
People
like,
will connect with.
Coney, that's AI. No, wait, really?
Discover unexpected things.
But it's a good one.
Things people will connect with. Pokemon Snap exists because Nintendo and HAL were looking for new ideas. Had they simply
Wisdom died off, charisma new meta. I don't think for all of human history, charisma was the meta. I think it's been different things. Obviously, it is strength and maybe intelligence if you're a caveman, right? Because if you're smart, you make a fire, you know? But I think now, when everything is provided to you, when you can go to the grocery store and they have an abundance of food, it's charisma, right? Because now people are operating on higher levels. Or being good at Fortnite. That's a good point, too. Yeah, you can make a lot more. If you could spec into Fortnite on the special F system.
Done what had been done before, smashed all the existing ideas together to create something generic, they might have gotten a decent game out of it, maybe even a great one. But they wouldn't have gotten something as interesting and memorable as Pokemon Snap. It's ironic, then, that the game rewards the player for following the rules and coloring within the lines. The goal is to please an unfeeling computer with our wildlife photography.
I never got the sense that Pokemon Snap was about art. I thought it was about documentation. So I think that's kind of the crossroads that we're going to come to. To me, it is Professor Oak saying, hey, get me pictures of animals. And you're like, here's a picture of an animal, and it's doing something weird. Wow, wonderful. It can be two things, sure. Yeah.
In the age of algorithms, anyone who uploads anything is attempting to do a similar thing. Meanwhile,
yeah, no matter what, it's an art game. I think the systems within prevent it from being an art game, which is kind of what the whole video is about, right?
Feeling computers work to appease us, creating substitutes for human expression. And in some cases, it appears to be working.
It's weird because the basis of the video is that art is not subjective. Yeah, maybe he just likes big Pokemon. He just likes a big, clear image. Wow.
By using AI, we sacrifice the ability to break rules, to color beyond the lines, to find solutions to things we weren't expecting to have. I find this curiosity to...
Coney, would you say Parappa favors artistic expression or following an algorithm? Ooh, definitely an algorithm. But what's weird about Parappa... Hold on.
Our brains can't even handle a menu in front of us with more than 20 options. Who the fuck thought letting everyone in the kitchen and giving us the world's largest menu of information was a good idea?
Listen, they're trying to give the keys to everybody in the world so that nothing is real. Same as I'm telling you, when everybody could make a blog and say there's some shit going down the street from them that's a worldwide conspiracy, you don't know what to think. But you've played Metal Gear Solid 2. You get it. Start streaming in cool mode right now. Okay, so here's Parappa 2. Hear me out on this. In case you guys don't know, Parappa 2 has these meters, which are all the different masters, but apparently nobody knows how it works. Or at least, not to the degree that they should. This shit is a mystery. Same with cool mode on most of these games. People have figured out certain things, but it's not, hard and fast. Which is kind of interesting to me. What the fuck does the hairdressing octopus like? I would think the frog from the game likes da 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 da. He likes hard and fast choppy, right? But I don't know. I think his point is that AI is turning subjective art into an objective-based medium. Okay, sure. I guess so, but I think it's this was always going to happen when commercial interests run up against an art form of any kind. You can make a beautiful website, but when I'm an automotive repair shop and I need people to find my phone number, address, and name, I don't care if it's pretty. Does that make sense? It's just if I am teaching a course on road rage, I don't necessarily need, if I'm a driving instructor or something, I don't need a fancy good shot. And I'm not agreeing with it, by the way, to be fair. I'm not saying that that's what we should do is this utilitarian idea of just have the amalgamation of all the other pictures. I think it's unfortunately, it's a side effect. The issue now is that the objective use is much easier to use. Sure, yeah, I hear you. Now it's way easier to just find it on your own. I mean, that's just the barriers of entry. But again, that's the hand of the market, right? Whatever reduces tension, whatever you can do to stop steps. Commodification, sure. Thank you, C Pebbles. By the way, speaking of commercialism, guess who started playing Monopoly Go? That game isn't evil, bro. I started playing that. It's fine. It's just it keeps asking me for dollars, and I'm like, no. And it's like, okay. It's fine. Like, it's not evil. It's just they got him. I've put no money into it. How long have you played it? About a week, I think. It's fine. I haven't played any money. Why did you start playing Monopoly Go? Because I needed a brainless number go up game on my phone. You're gonna hit the wall, and then I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna hit the wall and I'm gonna delete it. And if I don't, I deserve to be scammed. If I don't, somebody was gonna scam me. I'm the guy falling for the shell game in the 1400s, right? Like, there's always gonna be a new shell game. There's always gonna be a new scam. What happened to Acecraft? That shit is still illegal in the United States. I'm waiting for them to turn it back on. I'm not kidding. I want to play it more. I love that game. I'm not joking. That game was very fun, and I put over $100 into it. I haven't uninstalled it. Bro. Oh, hold on. You see that? That is the Christmas loading screen. Do you see that? Failed to update. Please clear local cache and try again. That shit is off. Can't you just make a VPN? I would lose all my money. I put $100 into that shit, man. They said it was coming back soon. Probably AI. Definitely AI. Definitely. That game absolutely used AI. I'm just saying, that Monopoly Go video, not it was just, you guys remember we reacted to it and it was just like, mobile games are evil, actually. Yeah, man. That we've been saying that. Like,
be the most invigorating aspect of life. And it's important to hold on to it. And
it was a fun react,
as best as we
yeah.
can. The quest for perfection is more important than achieving perfection.
I don't remember shit about that video. It was literally just a person, like, when you play Monopoly Go, it keeps asking you for money. And when you give it money, it takes the money, and then it asks you for more money. Like, yeah, man. Arcade games do that too. Boring video, not gonna lie. I wouldn't say that. I think we came up with the idea and worked backwards. I have an idea like that for the next channel. When I make it, I have this video essay channel in my head. Don't laugh. And the idea I'm working backwards from is Kirby as a representation of the human id. It is based only on Kirby's Adventure on the NES, based on nothing else. And I'm not going to make it because that's an ass idea for a video. He is about consumption and sleeping and nothing else. Terrible idea. But if I ever want to make a video, I'll work backwards. Another one is about because I think it's fascinating how media trends come and go, and it's about Little Nemo and how it was a comic strip and a movie, and it took over the world, and it was this big cultural success in like the late 1800s, and now nobody knows or cares about it. What is it like to have an entire movement come and go and blow away? Is it like waking from a dream? There's something there, I'm telling you. It took over the world. Little Nemo was huge, and nobody knows that. Because it's a nothing, right? It was a big deal, man. I think it was late 1800s. I'm telling you, man. You are going to make a who can go under Smashville for Smash 6. Yeah, that's main channel shit. On the second channel, I'm going to be investigating video game death animations and how they've changed and become more gruesome over time, in that weird period of time in the 90s where they got really fucked up. And on the main channel, I'm going to say who can complete the Smash Lava Challenge. I'm telling you. The second channel be run by a smarter and more aspirational Coney. Literally, yes. Some pilot of some sort, perhaps, who will pilot the channel. Did you have a main channel gruesome video game deaths video already? Yes, but that was different. That wasn't me talking about it. That was just a Halloween video on people dying. It's going to be me holding a microphone in front of a green screen. Wow. Sounds cool. Maybe I'll sit on something. You know? No. Unk showing up to the party very late. Very late. All right. Fine video. Whatever. It's fine. Got another video for you.
Coney in honor of opening.
Oh, hold on. Thank you.
Coney in
Thank you. He got it in honor of opening week day this week. I had another video ready. One more today. Which is it a good video? Be honest. I had another one ready. This better not be baseball doesn't exist. It is 31 minutes. Ow! Good heavens. Can I put it off for tomorrow? Can I put it off for tomorrow? Would you be okay with that? Yes? Thank you. All right. That's the rest of the stream. I have a different 30-minute video that I was excited to watch. We'll do this tomorrow. Along with, guess what? Friend of the stream, Omegfa, has put together another Choicer Voicer pack. We're playing that tomorrow. Very excited. I can't wait. Thanks, Omegfa. We're going to put that together. I have no idea what's in it. I hope the next video is 30 minutes of AI content. It might be. This is a video that's been on my watch later for quite some time. Let me throw this in my watch later. And I hadn't watched it because I think I had another video that was kind of like it, that was similar, that I touched, and then I moved and I didn't do, but I wanted to come back to it. This is a video from a YouTube that I think we've touched on before. How to unclog a nose. Brother, that is literally in my watch later. I'm sick right now, but I'm not clogged up. I didn't get it bad. The people all around me were sick, but I think I got out okay. I'm a little stuffy. I've been taking Dayquil, but I think I'm okay. Better not be Lord Frogmire. It ain't. This is a video from a channel called Designing 4, which we've seen a few times now. This is a video on... Where'd it go? The most weirdly brutal kids kart racer. This shit's about a Disney kart racer, which I've seen a little bit of, but I've never played. I'm curious, what's going on in this Mickey Speedway USA game? Let's find out together, shall we? It's not pre-watched, it's a glitch. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Stop. I didn't pre-watch it. Coney, this guy talks like you. That better not be an insult. I'm going to be mad at you if that's true. I bet he has a beautiful voice.
Okay, this one's going to feel a little different.
Fine with me. That's okay.
So,
he's not loud enough.
I was going around reading comments because I'm a glutton for
banger game, by the way. Is this a good game? If so, maybe I'll play it. We'll wait for Thursday.
Punishment, who laughs when my voice gets compared to Escargoon or Ben Shapiro. And got one on this video we made on Crunch from off of Diddy Kong
This is one that I was going to watch, the Crunch video, but I didn't. And now it's too late.
Racing. And a stranger on the internet recommended to me Mickey's Speedway USA, a game by Rare built on the Diddy Kong Racing engine, and how Professor Von Drake took Crunch's min-maxed concept and made him actually satisfying to use. That sounded fun. I had no experience with the title previously, but I'm a sucker for Rare's library. Gen 5 kart racers give me life. I know that the Game Boy Color version was originally based on Diddy.
Bro, look at that Mickey Mouse.
Kart racers give me life.
I'm actually so mad at you guys for saying the Game Boy is a real console. That bunch of pixels is Mickey. You expect me to play this on a 2-inch screen? You think that's a real game? I'm not even joking. You think that's a real game I would want to play?
Was originally...
Did I say pickles? Pixels?
Based on...
That's insane. Nobody would ever play that. And the worst part is you guys are LARPing because you're too young to have played the Game Boy. All of you are LARPing with your beautifully colored Game Boys that you weren't alive for. I know what you're doing, man. That's not happening. Show me Coney's adventure. I'm working on it. Okay, actually, before we get into it, let me get a drink. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. You wait here. I'm going to blow my nose, too. So I'm going to do this, too. Hold on. Let me get... Hold on. Really quick. Hold on. Don't laugh. Hold on. Hold on. You're going to hear a noise. I told you guys that I was sick. I'm a little sick. It's not that bad. 1 second. I'm going to mute. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. I heard it. No, I muted. It was really bad. And I forgot I had a drink right here. So actually, I should be drinking water. I wanted to go get a Baja Blast, but I shouldn't, right? I should drink water. I'm feeling sick. Like, I'm starting to really get it after a few days, but I'm pushing through because I'm very strong and brave and tough and terrific.
Diddy Kong Racing. And hey, I could end up with a fun little video about the nuances of character choice in kart racers to watch underperform. So I booted up the game, picked my main man.
So I saw this game at Blockbuster, and sometimes I would get interested. But there's a different game that I picked instead. Because this game was about Disney World. Behold, the Walt Disney World Magical Racing Tour. And goddamn, what a game this was. I like this one so much more. I love this shit. Disney Adult. They're both Disney games. Was it good? Probably not, but I loved it. I loved this game. I thought this was great. I didn't play the other one. You know Mickey Mouse isn't in this game? They got a bunch of weird people you'll never see again. You want to know what game I've been craving playing? This is not a joke. None of this is a joke. I swear to God, I've been wanting to play this game for some reason. You ever play South Park Rally? I don't know why. I remember really liking this game because it has, like, unique goals. It's not just a racing game. I thought this game was kind of cool. I was hoping Ridge Racer. You're so performative. No, I'm saying they got a Saddam Hussein power-up. You see that? Thanks, Lizus. I thought it was cool. See? There he is. Spooky Vision. Looks like ass, not gonna lie, Chief. Apparently, it's very bad. Did you guys know that Screamer game came out? That arcade racing game by the Burnout people? Apparently, it's got pretty good reviews. I looked at it on Steam because I was like, you know, maybe. That shit is $60. Looks ass. It looks good. I'm going to skip all this anime shit. But the racing itself looks good. Like this? That looks awesome. I love that. Right? And that, I think it looks great. I love a drift. Yeah. They got bars and stuff. I love this.
Did you know there's an N64 racing game where you can only play as a Beetle, and it's the 16th best rated N64 game of all time on Metacritic Link?
Yeah, this has been a meme game. That is Beetle Adventure Racing. Again, this is a meme game. This is not a real video game people enjoyed. This is for your friend who was European. I don't know anybody that played this. We played San Francisco Rush, which was way better. It doesn't look that bad. Okay. All right, when you're at the store, when you're looking at games to pick up for the weekend, Are you gonna pick this up, or you playing this, or are you playing this? Oh, looks better as I remembered it. The frame rate looks a little worse. Okay, but look at the height you get. Look how high up you go. Whoa! Looks like ass. Watch him take this turn. That shit is lagging a little. Oh my god. I forgot when you crash in this game, God picks you up and puts you back on. Hey! Yeah, the Beetle game actually does it. I'm not playing Beetle Adventure Racing, bro. I'm not doing that.
Pete, opened to perform. So I booted up the game, picked my main man Pete, opened a text doc to take some notes on the game, and set out for a fun little racing adventure
to
unlock Von Drake. What I experienced was one of the greatest emotional roller coasters I have ever felt playing a video game.
Come on.
Games have reduced me to tears, hysterics, anger, shock, and changed the way I interact with media forever.
We're doing a
none of it
eye patch wolf with this
to the
one.
Feeling of utter
We're about to get real weepy.
That I was delivered by funny Mickey Mouse Kart Racer. It's not a deep game. It's not even a game with a deep mechanical underbelly. On the contrary, I find it among the easiest to understand and least compelling racing games that actually functions of its era.
This really does sound like Coney.
But what this game asks of you at any given point shifts wildly and fiercely. This game does not have a difficulty curve. It is a difficulty mountain, which then decides to turn into a comfortable downhill jaunt before punching you in the face and laughing as it
I kind of want to play this game.
Drops you off in the middle of the wilderness right next to an even taller mountain.
I kind of like this.
Aw, gee,
this
try
seems
harder.
fun.
This is the story of trying to understand the minds of developers who made an excellent racing game and then decided to use their experience to not forge tracks made of consideration, but of spite. This
is this like a Winnie the Pooh baseball
is Mickey's
thing,
Speedway.
Is he overselling it, right? Like next Coney Fest, it would be very funny to force people to play at Coney Fest, but only on the hard level on this. You have to play on the hardest one. Philadelphia! I do think this game is very funny for having normal cities. That's great. Any Pennsylvania viewers? Thanks, Ghost Pirate Ship.
At a glance, Mickey's Speedway USA looks like a remarkably generic kart racer. You got some locations that will occasionally drop in some Mickeyfication of the United States, but otherwise you've got mostly flat courses in mostly urban environments doing race course stuff.
Where's Baltimore?
Very familiar
I
setting
saw Washington,
that
D.C.
seems easy enough.
Where's my city?
Then you try to turn and everyone passes you immediately. Enough. And then you try to turn.
Everybody, what? Everybody else got the memo? Everybody lined up? Hey, what, guys, come back. Bro, they do not fuck with Mickey. This is some Mean Girl shit. They're all going to the shortcut. This is fucked up, man. They're bullying Mickey Mouse. Why are they all on the same line?
Turn and everyone passes you immediately.
Oh, what an asshole.
Driving in a straight line is faster than driving with your wheels at any sort of angle. That's just basic logic. The issue is, computer-controlled opponents are very, very good at creating the precise angle to drive in these straight lines. If you're driving at the basic level with a character whose acceleration and handling stats aren't through the roof, you are inherently weaker than any given computer-controlled opponents. Oh, and heaven forbid one of the faster characters like Pete or Goofy ends up being chosen as your rival. they're glad to front run to an utterly uncatchable degree unless you're able to get them in your rear view early.
I get it.
I'm good.
That happens
but this
to me.
is a kart racer, so items should be able to mitigate this.
Yeah, you got like a bullet bill?
Items.
Hey, you missed, pal.
Oh.
Yeah. While the game's predecessor, Diddy Kong Racing, had scalable items to better deal with one opponent, multiple opponents, or give a tremendous boost of speed that could consistently be relied on as long as you kept hitting the same color balloons, Speedway USA has randomized item drops, where almost all of the offensive options are unreliable and clog up your opportunity to get an actually use all of the.
I love that this guy shows up just while you're getting an item. Like he's deciding, like, I don't know, a fucking car.
Options are unreliable.
I don't know. Give him a fucking a soda.
To get an actually
there you go. Drink up.
Useful spritzer. Oh, and the spritzer doesn't help at all with off-roading. Your acceleration still sucks. You can't use it at all like you use a mushroom.
Oh, this is mixed up.
And what's
While there are some good items in the shield shell and stormy weather, these only show up in the lower places and absolutely don't do enough to recover a lost lead against the computer. The seconds in between each place matter tremendously in Speedway USA due to how optimally the computer likes to take its turns. So the usual comeback factor of the star and lightning just aren't going to cut it in Disney's America.
It's a skill-based racer.
You can get past the amateur difficulty well enough, but as early as intermediate, the likes of Donald and Minnie are going to demand a lot more from you than that kiddie driving of yours.
I need some strategy.
I think this is yet another rare diff where their whole team is
one true option.
Yeah, like Grant Kirkhope.
And it's awful.
Who was very mean to me.
Actually get good.
Look at me! Oh, I'm doing it!
Power sliding is an advanced technique that causes your character.
Yeah, what if this guy is awful?
To drift tremendously in one direction.
Maybe I'm really good at this,
continually maintains their speed through turns. It can also be canceled.
Dude, look at how small that road is.
But continually maintains their speed.
Holy shit! Look at that. Oh my god.
It can also be canceled into an incredibly sharp turn for the trickiest of hairpin maneuvers, and is the key to breaking through to finally impress Mr. Mouse on the racetrack. Computer-controlled characters will never use the power slide technique. They'll take
favorite Donald nephew? Vote fast. Bluey? Hold on. Okay. Which one is the ghost? Which one is that one? That's Dewey, right? It's got to be Dewey. I fuck with that costume heavy, bro. It's got to be Huey, Dewey, Louie, right? What are the colors? What? I don't know what their colors are. Which one's red, blue, green. Dewey is always in the middle. The Deweys have it. It's a Dewey. Red is Huey. Whatever. You guys ever see the title card for Donald's Crime? Shit's scary. What did he do? What the fuck did he do? They saw it. They witnessed something terrible. He, like, killed and ate a guy. Ah! Which is the cartoon where they shoved that pole up Donald's ass? Did you watch that on Disney Plus or on a different site? I think that's a different site you saw that on.
Turns that might seem like they need a power slide, but still act if they're just zooming along in a straight line. Additionally, oomph tokens are littered all around the
oomph tokens?
Track, increasing your maximum speed
ever
coins. So slightly up to the first 10 you nab.
Yeah.
And finally, if you nail your starting turbo boost at the beginning of a race, you're practically guaranteed to have a head start against Mickey's complacent friends. Thus,
Jesus, what a
the path to victory is opened up.
Okay.
Learn each course, knowing when turns are coming up and how to handle them, so you can match your artificial adversaries'
Jesus, what
automotive
kind of
adroitness.
Where are we?
Boost
What has
ahead
all these
early
sewers?
to avoid needing to get unreliable
What city
item
is
drops
that?
to stay in the game.
Yeah, this doesn't look hard. I don't
And take as many tokens that wouldn't be too far out of your way to nab as you possibly can, denying your opponents the chance to catch up. This honestly sounds like what you would expect from a racing game.
This doesn't
outside
look that
the bad
bad.
items.
Play it then.
Play the
I
tracks
might
until you get good enough to learn both the controls and racing lines, and then just execute.
Why did they add Huey, Dewey, and Louie? You could use skins.
Difficult, certainly.
Koopaling
and
that
it's
shit.
pretty cruel for the devs to go, alright, start the process of finding lines to use on the staff ghost times. On the medium difficulty of a Mickey Mouse game. But come on, it's not like it's using Mario Kart Super Circuit's arcane grading system or something.
What?
But if this is the intermediate difficulty...
That was the game where it was bad to drift, right? I think I remember that.
You can only imagine how much of a stranglehold the professional level is going to have.
Maybe we do a kart marathon, but with no Disneys. Or no Marios. I'll do a Disney one. I'll do maybe a Garfield one. I'll do Crash. I never played Crash.
The best
No
of
Marios.
times.
Maybe.
Today, your heartless
That might be
criticism
fun.
can't
No
deny
Diddy
me my
either.
dream of being shamelessly spoiled.
Outside of the professor, there are 3
Motor
secret characters
combat.
to unlock in Speedway USA. Donald's nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie Duck.
Why?
Really save space with that one, guys. All 3 of the triplets
Oh, Dewey's the blue one? Never mind. Payback the payout. I like Huey, actually.
tend to be
I
slightly
like the
better
red
than
one.
the base roster characters, with 1 or 2
I'd
extra
give them their
points
points
to
back.
allocate on their stats. Dewey is an outright better version of Minnie and Daisy, with maxed out acceleration unlocked after clearing amateur mode. And Huey
It's a
is...
surprise tool that can help us later.
But Louie... Louie! Look at those stats!
Is he good?
Top speed tying Mickey and Donald,
Okay.
acceleration matching Minnie and Daisy,
Okay.
and absolute perfect handling.
I don't know what I'm looking
Everything
at.
I said prior, power sliding, learning the tracks, slowing down as you adjust your turns. Louie doesn't care about any of it. You just hold down the gas pedal, point Louie where you want him
So I
to
wanna
go,
be Louie.
and beat every opponent by a country mile as he performs their turns. But just every opponent by a country mile as he performs.
I thought those are cockroaches. I think they're elk. Or like deer, buffalo, or something. I was like, where are we?
Their turns, but just
In the comics, Louis is a deviant freak. Wait, really? They do not have a different personality in any of the media I've ever consumed. I've watched DuckTales, and I've seen a lot of the old cartoons. They are all the same.
better. Professional difficulty.
I know they look different now,
Another
but-
joke with Mr. Llewellyn. All those courses
He
that
might be
you've
different.
studied the lines
The reboot has them different.
for and already
Coney, you should watch the DuckTales reboot. No.
gone through. simplified to
I'm not
the
watching
bare
cartoons.
minimum effort needed to
You didn't see Quack Pack. You're right, I did not see Quack Pack.
clear them. There have been broken characters in racing games before, as TT from Diddy Kong Racing will certainly attest.
Hi there.
But usually you don't unlock a character who invalidates the entire game.
Louis joins the race. Wait for me, you guys.
At the midway point.
Okay.
Their completion bonus, the proof of your absolute mastery, so that you don't have a chance to steamroll the game like Louis here guarantees for you. Even when you unlock a secret 4th cup, attained only by acing the first 3 on professional difficulty, Louis just has to try a little bit to not roll through a bunch of brand new racetracks too. Oh no!
So
the
Louis
sand
is really
on
good.
Malibu Beach that would ruin a Goofy or Pete run by just touching it will make Louis drop a place for a little bit. Whatever will he do? Win? Oh yeah, winning sounds pretty good, actually.
This is a little long.
The difficulty curve of Speedway USA is absolutely dumb.
Yeah, so this sounds easy now. He's talking about the best character a third of the way in.
By the sheer existence
now it's
of
over.
Louis,
Like,
making the game's final third a total joke compared to its supposedly less difficult middle section. Sure, you could stick it out and keep trying with a base roster character, but you earned Louis.
Okay.
He feels right
So it's
to
not
control.
hard.
And he's sure to help you find the
Okay, so
4
it's
secret car
easy.
parts needed to unlock the 5th and final cup of the game, Frantic Finale. And with how badly he devastated those last courses, how much of a challenge can it really be?
Okay. So now it's hard.
On the balmy tropical shores of the Hawaiian Islands, cold reality strikes. Hawaii is not the playground for Louis that all...
Wait, that's Louis. Two Louis.
all the other locations
I thought
across
they would change
America
that.
were. This is an actual race.
Two Louis.
Nothing is a greater death sentence in Speedway USA than off-road sections, as your tire even touching a patch of dirt or grass will bring your cart to a miserable crawl. Hawaii is filled to the brim with tight curves where one wrong move will send you careening into a patch of rough sand or directly into the water. Needing to be rescued by this solid light hologram of Dewey, why does the instruction manual make the distinction that he...
Oh, they're holograms. It's not really them. Okay, never mind. I'm glad that they made that distinction. I'm glad they made that clear. That's great.
It's a projection. That's weirdly specific.
That's great.
Additionally,
I'm glad they did that.
coconuts drop from the trees, leaving permanent obstacles that will bounce a racer back and instantly kill their momentum.
That seems
Usually
annoying.
at the tightest corners of a track where you'd want to take your best lines.
Okay.
That, of course, the AI is gonna squeeze into without
Damn, Donald is nice.
best lines. That, of course, the AI
Donald
is
said,
gonna
fuck these coconuts. Bro, he got right in there. Donald is very nice at
squeeze
that.
into without issue.
He's a great racer, bro.
Slow you down?
And as an extra
Great
bonus,
drift.
a vast majority of the power-ups in this...
Jeez.
When the triplets were eggs, Donald dropped one of them while juggling with them. Upon hearing this, Louie and Huey looked at Dewey and nodded at each other, implying that most of Dewey's personality traits in the series are product of brain damage.
Oh. Why was he juggling the nephews? What purpose would he possibly have to be like to juggle his unborn family? Funny? To who? Was there an audience? That's okay. I feel bad for Dewey. That's kind of mean that they were making fun of that. That's Donald's crime. Oh, they all found out. Yeah.
Stage are found on the far outside of the track, the player needing to sacrifice their positioning and best racing line.
I mean, those items aren't even good. Don't take
For
it.
its finale, Mickey's Speedway
It was at a Three Caballeros concert. Oh, never mind. Okay.
USA stopped screwing around entirely. There are no tricks
You
to
gotta
exploit,
keep the
no
crowd
items
engaged.
to rely
Right.
on, nothing.
'Cause Jose
but
ain't gonna do
unforgiving
it.
track and your ability to handle the nastiest turns that
Dude, what is that turn? The fuck is your problem?
that Rare could throw at you. And Louis can't save you from all of these combined.
Ooh, I hate this already.
Oh my god.
Everything adds up to ensure
The
that
small
every
intestine.
character has to play this track like a pro, dodge every single obstacle, and drive the best lines they possibly can.
This music is pissing me
It's
off.
incredibly daunting, especially after the ease that came before. But there is a silver lining. Hawaii's the first race in the Cup, so there's absolutely no penalty or time wasted for trying it again and again until you nail that first place win.
Okay.
Louis may have been humbled, but you can guarantee that he'll be off to a good start, ready to handle whatever.
Oregon?
Nope, Louis out.
Oregon? What's in Oregon?
I've never been to Oregon. In fact, I haven't seen much of the continental US, or the rest of the world for that
Salem is the capital of Oregon?
matter. I can only assume
I didn't
what
know
Mickey
that. I
Mouse
thought
is
that shit
showing
was in
me is
Massachusetts.
accurate to the real-life Oregon.
Nintendo HQ? That's Seattle, stupid!
And based on this,
That's Redmond!
everyone in Oregon is the most skilled driver I will ever meet in my life.
I think.
And even still, are in constant fear
I know
for
the
their
Oregon
lives
Trail,
at the
that's
utter
it.
brutality of the Oregon countryside. Touted as a chance to master the totality of the Oregon countryside. Touted as a
Indianapolis, okay, fine, like the Indy 500. San Francisco, New Mexico, Grand Canyon, Los Angeles, Alaska, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, Dakota, Seattle, New York, Chicago, Yellowstone, DC. Damn, they got a lot of cities. Everybody's represented.
chance
That's
to
kind of neat.
master the tightest of turns. The Oregon trails live up to that reputation, with multiple 90-degree bends and even a full 180 meeting
Philadelphia
players.
is this game's
Mastery
Rainbow
of the
Road.
brake slide is an absolute
The city of brotherly
requirement
love.
for this course. Much like the
Where's Ohio? Bro, Mickey Mouse is not going to Cleveland. What are you going to do there?
Diddy Kong racing track
No,
that
man.
uses the same assets as
Bro,
scant
it's
3
not going
years
to
ago.
Cincinnati.
But those turns, they're a misnomer for
Send
the
his ass to
truly
Baltimore.
terrifying part of this
Come
course.
on. Visit the beautiful Inner Harbor.
But there it goes.
Just to get into this tunnel, you gotta squeeze through this tiny strip of land with grass on either side. If your line is not absolutely perfect, you will be slowed down and very likely get passed up by computer
this shit would
opponents
make me
who've
dizzy.
proven to be straight line geniuses the whole game.
That shit
But
is
you cut
small.
through this, go over the slow suspension bridge, and come out to...
Oh my god! Dude, oh. What is that? I could see it if like there's a lower track that's just like, okay, if you get the high track, you win, but if you get the lower track, you might be a little slower. Holy shit, man.
This bridge. No guard railings, no space to fit two cars side by side, a bend in the middle with opponents who will not slow
That
down.
is an
and will
extremely sharp
gladly
turn.
Bump you to the side if you're a character
Wow.
with even remotely good handling. In any other game, this is a shortcut.
Yeah,
An incredibly
yeah,
risky
that's-
option that you'll only take if you're desperate to get ahead. But no, every single lap.
Dude, oh
Cross
my
the bridge
God.
and don't miss. Because
gotta
there's
take
no
that
way
thing-
in hell every
goodbye,
single
Louis.
lap. Cross
Bro.
the bridge and don't miss.
Oh, no. Dunk. Oh, God. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. Oh, Goofy, you piece of shit.
There's no way in hell all
my
of Mickey's
God,
friends will
dude.
too. Now, mind you, this is a game that penalizes you for turning and slowing down, demanding that you slow down for proper cornering, or else fall right into the drink until you do it right.
Yep.
And any reasonable amount of practice only helps the situation, not
he
solves
survived.
it.
Okay,
It's
he
one
made
thing
it.
to be able to cross the bridge. Executing it 3 times in the stress of a race
Yeah, I was going to
is
say 3 times is crazy.
nerve-wracking to an indescribable level. And here's where it becomes clear. Louis is no longer a broken win button. Louis is expected. Louis is accounted for. And now you will perform at the absolute highest...
I think this guy has not played a hard video game before. You think he's never played, like, Sekiro. I always take it with a grain of salt when people say games are hard now, you know?
Level.
People say Cuphead is hard, and I'm like, I get. And this is not me bragging. Listen, I'm not nice at game. I'm not saying that, but like Cuphead, bro, you know, like.
Or you will fall back after babying the player for multiple.
Guy who took 10 hours to beat Mario 2, bro. Wart is hard, man. Wart is that boss is crazy. Could you imagine if I did not have infinite continues? Could you imagine that? Seriously. How long did that Parappa song take again? Again, you have not played Parappa. You have not done it. When you play that game, you'll understand. I'm telling you.
Cups, Speedway USA decides to erect the highest...
Okay, but you're just doing the Dark Souls is really hard, bro. It is. Dark Souls is a great benchmark for a difficult game. It's the one that people go to. It is hard. Are you guys saying Dark Souls isn't hard? It is a difficult game. It is like the best thing to like use as the measuring stick for difficulty. Right? It literally is not. Yes, it is. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Unless you have a guide or have played Dark Souls 100 times, it's just patterns. All games are patterns. What are we talking about? Not hard when I use the YouTuber's advice. That shit's easy when I have 3 monitors.
Difficulty.
Come on, if we're using shorthand for a difficult game, it would be Dark Souls.
Peak that it can possibly muster. But it's doable. The rest of the Oregon track is a lot more learnable and generous than Hawaii was, but it's this one comically brutal stretch.
With no practice, how fast do you think you roll credits on Dark Souls 1? I don't remember how hard it is. You know what? Maybe there is an argument to be made that now the posts have shifted so much that what is a hard game isn't hard anymore. But I think if you are looking at it from the lens of somebody who is playing hard games, yeah, that would go down. But for the average person, you know what I'm saying? Like for the average person, that is still very hard. But if you've played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, like that would be, you know what I'm saying?
That needs to be taken down a peg. But surely, after that, Mickey won't continue down a peg.
What is that?
But surely, after...
What is that Louis portrait? He looks like he's way too big. Like he's 8 foot tall and menacing. Just terrifying, man.
That Mickey won't continue being cruel. Oregon was brutal.
Sunken in skull.
We're going to a nice, peaceful, uncontroversial part of this.
Texas? Just Texas?
Don't you dare take
He looks like he got away with something, but they're on his trail. Very like old country. Like he got the money out of the motel,
Texas
right? Like.
Needless kvetching aside, Texas isn't the worst course on offer here. Sure, it's a bit difficult, and the lack of signposts to tell you where to go makes me really appreciate how omnipresent it is in Mario Kart with how all these cliff faces blend together. But I dare call the track fair?
That Texas?
Most of Texas's difficulty comes from its long looping turns, requiring...
I always hear Hotline 2 is really hard. I had less trouble with it than I did 1. I didn't know Hotline 2 was supposed to be hard. I found it way harder than 1, but I remember having a lot of issues with Hotline 2, that war area where you're in the Vietnam War or whatever. Yeah.
The player to master the power slide technique in order to take the best lines. But it's pretty dang good.
Is Hades a hard game? No. Any roguelike game I don't think is hard. Like a game where like you're supposed to die 500 times, like that's not fair, right? Like
good at it. Finding the right line to squeeze past this support beam, blazing past opponents by doing a perfect spile in the oil drill, managing a 1-2 punch of tight turns at the end. I dare say that this is the track that best utilizes Speedway.
You just said Dark Souls was hard. That's different. No, you don't. Okay. Hades, I'm not getting rage baited.
USA's very...
Hades, if I die, if I go on 50 runs, every run is going to be easier than the last one. Dark Souls isn't really like that. It's not like it like continually. It's not like it gets easier because I get to upgrade all my shit, you know?
Limited, deeper mechanics and tell.
You know what's easy? Subscribing to the Coney stream, especially if you have Amazon Prime. And it's free. Did you know that? Subscribe to Twitch Prime or Tier 1 right now, or just follow the stream. That's free. You don't have to pay anything for that, cheapo. Follow the stream, like the stream, subscribe to the stream, please.
Tells the player to go wild with it.
My credit card is very heavy.
This is a...
You should... Okay, don't get a stream. You have a vitamin deficiency. Go to a doctor.
Proper test of skill that older tracks like Los Angeles and Dakota sought to instill in players. And it just feels good. The game is good here, actually.
In Texas?
I'm a little shocked. I have little to say. So instead, I'd like to go over the game's scoring mechanics for these cups. Now, you only advance to the next track in Speedway USA if you manage to finish within the top 4, with more points being awarded the higher you place.
Okay.
If you land in 5th or 6th,
it's weird to have only 6 racers. I don't know how many Diddy Kong had, though.
We'll have to do the track all over again.
War shucks.
Now, if you get 4th on any track, the measly 1-point gain it gives you compared to the hefty 9 it gives first place is probably going to take you out of the running for the gold. And 3rd place's wimpy 3-point gain is less than ideal, too. So you're either going to want to ace these races or sandbag yourself in order to try again. Is what I would say, but you only have 2 continues. Not per track, per cup. If you fail twice in Oregon, whatever result you get in Texas and beyond is sticking with you.
Dude,
and if you happen to rank out there...
Game over. I guess you didn't have what it takes.
Well, this was pretty standard racing game fare back in the day. The system of ranking out was being phased out by the time of Mario Kart 64.
Mario didn't have that.
And the sheer brutality on display in Frantic Finale makes even a more straightforward course like Texas become a nervous nightmare. But there is a solid out. There's one more triplet
you could save state. I would never do that.
We haven't mentioned.
It helps
if you save state, you didn't really beat the game.
Situation.
Huey doesn't seem terribly impressive at first glance, having the same stats as Pete and Goofy, with 1 less weight and 1 more handling, but that's all he needs. Actually being able to take turns reasonably well and having a strong top speed makes Huey the ideal top-end choice for the most difficult of courses. You're gonna be grinding them out anyway, why not make it easier and be optimal? Louie was great, but now you need real skill. And
I remember there being a cheat you could turn on to give you infinite retries, if that means anything. No, chat would be mad at me.
All you need to unlock Huey is to use the N64 transfer pack to connect it to a Game Boy Color version of Mickey Speedway USA.
Wait, what?
Which costs $35 US.
Wait, is that how you get Huey?
But now you need real skill. And all you need to unlock Huey is...
He's a transfer unlock?
To use the N64...
They had that?
Transfer pack to connect it to a Game Boy...
Bro, I'm gonna cheat. I'm definitely cheating.
Of Mickey Speedway USA.
My ass is not playing a Game Boy game.
$35 USD on launch.
No!
Not as expensive as Diddy Kong and Mario Kart Tour.
I'm not doing
that,
bro.
Premium. But $35 DLC... back to the grind. But hey, only 1 course left. And I want you to take a second to think here. Rare has pulled out all of the stops to ensure the utter mercilessness in this final cup. So where could they possibly take?
I mean, maybe Washington, D.C.? Is that the final one, maybe? Right? The moon. Florida. I'm going Florida on this. Right? I think it's Florida.
You in America to serve as the final test.
Or it's going to be a very funny New England track, like Boston or something. Yeah.
Leave in the comments right now, what do you think the Rainbow Road of America is?
Florida.
It's been a bumpy and inconsistent path getting here. But all that's left is to take a deep breath, accept fate, and enter what a bunch of British racing game developers think would be the most final, important, and devastating location in the entire
Miami.
US
Oh no, we're going up. What? Oh. I get it. That makes sense. That does. A lot of mountains. A lot of mountains there. I guess. Yeah. They ain't got mountains like that in Europe. Not there anyway. If you're in London, this is the shit. I guess, right?
Okay. There are tracks that are needlessly cruel to you in racing games. Tracks where you're free to fall off and let anyone pass you up at any moment. Tracks that require your absolute attention at every moment. And
I was like, what game is that?
Knowledge of the game's controls, or no shot you actually make it out. Colorado thinks they are weak. Colorado takes the demand for perfection of Texas and the weird cruelty of Oregon and makes it into a lethal poison.
So this game is very easy until the last cup is what I'm seeing, right?
And it doesn't kill quickly. Oh no!
I don't know if I want to play it then. That sounds kind of boring.
Of the Colorado track, it is a constant test of track knowledge and execution. Repeated little curves leading into big turns. Chunks of track just missing for some reason. As a funny.
Oh, we're on ice.
To make sure that you're paying
I didn't know it was
attention.
ice.
Call this Murder Ridge.
Jesus.
At the peak, but before the chasm of infinite despair.
Every person.
I didn't
will
know
have a
we were on
different part of
ice,
Colorado
dude.
that
Jesus.
they hate. But somewhere on here, you'll slip up.
Ah!
Somewhere. You'll have to. Somewhere.
The holographic projection of Dewey. Doing this shit. Ah! Minnie, no!
Somewhere. You'll have to focus in.
That guy is nosediving to save you.
Get really good.
I'll save you!
And then forget what to do the second after.
What? Louis! There's something so funny about seeing the helicopter go down is so funny.
Get really good, and then
this seems fine. This seems very easy to get that shortcut.
What to do the second after. 180-degree turns, thin passages, long drifting sections, uneven ground. Colorado has it all. And this is objectively hard. Not in the, you would have to be stupid not to find it hard, YouTuber who's bad at video games and needs to justify their insecurity sense.
I'll be the judge of that.
I mean that the AI of the game itself struggles to keep up.
Wait, that the computer can't play it?
The AI of the game itself
Goodbye. Ah! Donald disappeared. Bro, Donald is haunted. What happened to him? Bro, he vanished. Yeah, that would make it easy then. If the CPUs can't do it, it's hard for everybody.
To keep up.
That's not so bad.
They don't power slide after all, and something in their programming will cause the Mickey Mouse Club to just drive straight off of cliffs of their own accord. The track is too difficult for the game's own programming to keep up with.
Hi, Mickey.
I designed this to.
Mickey won the race, and then, well, that's it, I guess.
To keep up with.
I designed this too good.
In that sense, kidding.
You could beat it in 2 hours then? I mean, I might. Hold on, let me look. How long to beat Mickey Speedway USA? Okay, I saw 25 hours. I was going to scream. 7? 25 subs if you do it now. That is not enough. Bro, are you kidding? For 7 hours, bro? Come on now. I hate this shit. How long to beat now will be like, it'll take you 8 days to beat this game if you play an hour a day. I don't know if they fixed it or what, but used to say that shit. It was annoying.
Last on Colorado is actually a bit of a struggle, as one of Goofier Pete is very likely to be constantly careening into the canyons below.
Never seen that? Hold on. Let me see. Final Fantasy VII will take you 5 weeks to complete. Jesus! Like that. And then you click on it, you're like, oh, that. Okay. This is probably the longest game I've ever beaten, actually. No, hold on. Never mind. I guess it was this one. Red Dead 2? You think? Is that one longer? Expedition 33? Technically didn't beat it. Technically did not beat it. So, I got close. I'm at the second. It was so funny. I was talking with chat. I was like, all right, I'm getting back into the game. And I told them where I was. They're like, yeah, you're at the second to last fight. I was like, oh. I uninstalled it. I was like, whatever. Who cares? Elden Ring is probably longer than RDR2 if you do the optional bosses. Yeah, I did all the optional shit. I was running around doing everything. I was even doing, like, the caves, even though the things that you get for the caves are not good. So.
Heck, they're so bad that they're likely to spam the stormy weather item in this race, which only appears if...
Who stops at the end? I fell off after Act 1. It's hard to explain. Expedition 33 keeps doing the whole, like, so you still don't understand. The truth will be known in time. And I'm like, shut up. Stop. And I was at the second to last boss, and I think I played something else, and I started doing something else, and then I came back to it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Last place is hilariously far behind. This item disables everyone else from using items for the entirety of its duration, and slows all other racers.
Bonanza dropped? That was it then. Yeah. That almost happened to me with Resident Evil Requiem. I got very close to just not coming back to it, but I did, and it was good. It's a good game.
Down, meaning that you can take turns that much slower without fear of your opponents catching up, because hey, they have to take it slow too, letting you maintain whatever place you're in. If you've nailed Hawaii, Oregon, and Texas before you, clinching out a middle rank in Colorado and getting to finally roll.
Chat should buy me RE9. That's true. We should buy that chat at RE9. Let's all subscribe to the Coney stream and pool our money here, and then I'll definitely buy it for that guy. Subscribe with the Twitch Prime or Tier 1 so I can help that guy out.
Credits on the race only requires a little bit of track.
I need to finish Bonanza. I dropped it after 10 hours. If you got bored, you got bored. It doesn't change. Donkey Kong is the same from hour 1 to hour 80.
Knowledge.
That's not entirely true. You do get powers. But I didn't think it's the same thing.
And some patience to see it through.
Same punching.
Colorado is so hard, it hilariously becomes easy. But we came into this game with a mission. And the Professor Von Drake, well, he isn't impressed by the compromise. Von Drake will only come out to race not for mere gold. In order to unlock him, players must win every cup on Professional with a platinum.
Oh my god.
Trophy.
Oh, he's the
This
T-team.
means coming in first in every single race of the cup, with only 2 mulligans to your name.
Oh, now, don't get angry.
Yeah.
After you nab first in Hawaii, you need to perfect one of Oregon, Texas, or Colorado on the first try at minimum.
Okay.
And then power through the other 2 as best you can. And trying to guarantee first place in Colorado...
What was Rare smoking? I think they got a big check from Disney. They don't give a shit. Real gamers weren't playing this. Children were playing this. They knew that Nintendo Power was giving them a 6 regardless. Who cares? I'm making bullshit.
The sands, navigating the death bridge,
bullshit.
perfecting your drifts. This is where the track loops around from being comically cruel to demoralizingly cruel.
You kind of deserved it, you know.
That stormy weather.
Did you have a childhood game you couldn't beat due to lack of skill that you came back 2 years later and it was shockingly easy? Winnie the Pooh Baseball. It was a stream a long time ago, and I had a whole thing, and I was like, all right, I'm beating this game tonight. And I had like a stream ready for it, and I beat it in an hour. And I was like, oh. I did use upgrades, as you're supposed to. Come on. Right? I had the opposite experience during the Mario-thon with that Mickey Mouse game. What the fuck was that? That was stupid. I thought that was an easy game. It wasn't. That was dumb. I don't know. I can't think of a game that was hard when I was younger that's easy now. I mean, Mega Man, I guess, but that's kind of cheating because you know the patterns, like you know which way to go, which is stupid. But have any of those Super Star Wars games aged into this as easy? No, I think they're still considered hard. I never played them. I don't like Star Wars, so.
Another item that lets you keep your place easier? Yeah, if you're not in first when that launches, you're basically frozen in your current position until it runs out.
I mean, like, I have an instance of that, but it's not really the same. So when I was a kid, I told this story before. I'm pulling the string. I used to love Wacky Races on the NES. Very rare game, by the way. I own it now. It's really good. Hold on. When I was a kid, I loved this Wacky Races game. Oh my God, it's on the timestamp because last time I talked about it, I was showing a friend. My mom would do this fight. Quicksand was huge in these games where you had to keep mashing A to get out of quicksand, and I did not know how to do that. I couldn't mash the A button fast enough, so my mom would come and beat this boss for me. Because you had to keep jumping to stay out of the quicksand and go down. Got him! I don't know if I ever beat this game. Let me look. Oh, I did. Oh my God, I got a dopamine hit from seeing the ending. Like seeing my childhood dog. I was like, wait. I've seen this before. Yep. That's the end. He crashes into a pole and then you turn the game off. You play as Dick Dastardly? No, you play as Muttley. That's it. That's all. So you play as Muttley and you pick a power-up. It's kind of like those shoot-em-ups where you can pick your strength or whatever, you know? Is this Capcom? I don't think so. I don't know who made it. I don't know. And then you attempted murder with a boat. No, that was a different game. That was this game. Wait a minute. I forgot. We have technology now. Wait. I can literally just do this. Let me show you what the fuck my grandma was doing. Hold on. Okay. They don't have it. I guess they don't have every game. Hold on. Got it. Perfect. All right. This shit on a controller? Can I just make it a up, down, left, right? Let's do WASD. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, that's ZX? Alright, this shit is scary. Ah, it's loud. Turn that shit down. Okay. This shit is frightening. Battle mode. So me, the heroic Captain America, chooses the childhood hero. And my fucking grandma picks this asshole. Okay. So check this out, okay? Behold. I, the humble Captain America, I'm on the left. I can jump and throw the shield. I can't throw the shield up. That is important. I also can't throw the shield while jumping, okay? You understand? You know what my grandma does? There is no timer on this. You know what else you can do? This is a rubber hose rampage boss. The shield doesn't stop it, by the way. Oh, Coney, why don't you just go over here? Alright, now I'm up here. Now what? Oh, I can't even hang. I have to hang on the ledge. I have to hang on the ledge. Right. I can't jump on it. What do you do with that? I finally get it. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, my grandma picked the purple guy and did this, and I couldn't beat her, and she was laughing so much because she never beat me at games, I threw the NES controller in her eye. She was on the couch for a little while. An NES controller, if you have not seen it, very sharp edges. Very sharp edges. Yeah. So. Bro, I'm saying, look at this shit, man. What am I supposed to do about this? Insane. I think even if you pick Hawkeye... Hold on. I'm stuck on this. I'm still mad. Hold on. Who even is that? I think it's the Vision, right? Somebody in the chat said. Oh my god, it's a best of 3. You would think, oh, maybe Captain America is good here. Nope. I can do a kick. Sometimes. Oh, wait, he gets knocked out of the sky? Maybe I was ass. That shit don't do a lot of damage. Damn, maybe I was ass at video games. Coney, you should make this one of your challenges, but you you make the challenger play one of the heroes. Yeah, I'm the final opponent in Coney Fest. You have to defeat me. But don't you fucking throw that shit at my head, though. Don't do that. Can I reload it? Let's see what Hawkeye does. I wonder if it saved the controls. Probably not, right? Oh, it does. Okay. I don't think this helps. Okay, I can shoot up one arrow. Wear a helmet. How do I delete a message? It's on your permanent record now. Sorry, chatter. We're gonna be laughing at that one for a while. That's your legacy now. Sorry, man. Oh, chat see. Wait, you can bump into each other? Ouch. Anyway, fuck grandma.
Unable to fish for items that have very few places on the track where they actually work to mow down whoever's in front of you. There's this shortcut that you can take with a Spritzer, something that no computer will ever go for, but the speed boost you get from the item is so strong that you pretty much have to slam yourself into a wall afterward to not risk falling right off the mountain and wasting your time. And say you get that item anywhere else on the track other than the starting line, yeah, good luck controlling that speed and not falling right off the mountain, meaning that you're essentially itemless if you pick up a turbo boost until you reach one of the 2 safe spots to use it. And the compounding nerves from the tracks before. The fact that, oh, this isn't as hard as you think. No one piece of this track is as hard as the Oregon Bridge run. You're just bad. Just become better. The constant need to exit.
Is grandma still alive? She sure is.
Cute. The constant
bless her heart
for attention. This.
She might go see the Mario movie with me.
This is just mean. A combination of factors
you should have a rematch.
break the game in half.
I don't think I will.
And somehow make it even worse for the player. There's no trick, no deeper mechanics. Just apply the basics.
She's one tap now. She's won.
Hard as you can. And for the love of God, pick one of the triplets. And we...
What if she was really good at it? Like, it awoke in a memory, you know what I mean?
Have finally...
She just, oh yeah, when I beat your ass, and then you hit me with the controller. Next round, run it back.
We get that sweet platinum. The professor is right here to finally
answer.
Oh
no, he's gonna test his wonder car.
The only question we care
Here
about.
comes his wonder car.
Is he better than Crunch from Diddy Kong Racing? Now, the hardest tracks for Crunch to deal with are Star City and Greenwood Village, but he makes for a pretty fun challenge run.
I didn't know that was the question to begin with.
You're not trying to learn the game.
I thought he was gonna be like TT
with him.
Gonna be
and
like
you
a
don't like
the
drumstick
genie
for some
drumstick.
reason. Von Drake is not getting through Frantic Finale, and by the time you get him,
look how happy he is.
Nice to use him to
Hooray!
beat staff ghosts and time trials on easier tracks, I guess.
He seems cool.
You know how to control.
Oh my god. Bro, that's your wonder car? That's ass.
His horribly unbalanced stats to their fullest. You survived Oregon and Colorado, so he feels more fulfilling inherently than toying with.
Does this game have a
Crunch on like?
Does this game have like a fucking 4-player split screen? Sure,
Jungle
right?
Falls or whatever, but honestly, I don't think you could make a good enough reward for getting through Finale Platinum.
That's not nice.
That bro probably runs at 3 FPS. Okay.
Mickey Speedway USA is a video game. It's got an absolutely baffling difficulty curve with spikes in the middle and then right at the end, reveling in the cruelty of a mode that many kids would never reach and no journalists who said, oh, this baby game is so
I wonder what the Metacritic of is. Oh, way too easy for the experienced kart driver.
Ever got
yeah, I don't know if I want to play it if it's like that until the end,
that is
right?
Clearly well thought out in teaching mechanics.
They're trying to be assholes.
Brought down by there being like one mechanic to actually teach, leading to a lot of repetition. It's got items that kind of function sometimes, but those could be lifesavers in your most desperate moment in spite of their mediocrity. It's got this entirely pointless practice mode where you just kind of drive around and scare chickens.
Crush eggs.
I love that.
That's cool.
And it's got something truly different.
Why this game got so many ducks? That's like a Disney thing, dude. They got mad ducks.
Difficult to accomplish that
literally Mario Kart
feel
World.
more relieved than proud of doing. It's a game with light positives and negatives that kind of even out to make a title that isn't bad.
Yeah, I didn't think we needed a 30-minute video.
But just kind
of
a
long
exists in a weird limbo of acceptability. And yet we managed to ramble on a while about it.
I'll say it was okay.
I suppose in that sense, even the most nondescript titles can find meaning.
The speedrun of Colorado is actually sick.
In the stories we can tell from them.
We got the baseball video tomorrow. Don't worry.
The intentions of their developers.
Don't worry.
The care
we'll do that tomorrow.
We put in. But man, is it a weird journey getting here. I don't know what Mickey Speedway USA is designing for. Or even who it's designing for, really.
Okay.
It's a bunch of good intentions that do their job, get broken by a duck child, and then kick you in the teeth at the very end. Take what you will from it.
The speedrun of Colorado is sick. They did that shit on the N64. Wait, where'd it go? What? Oh, that shit went away. How do you... Oh, he hates that. Bro, he hates that. Dude, you know what's crazy? This isn't even like a clip of like, wow, LOL, it's the 1920s. They had that shit back then. Like, the people watching this would know what that is. This isn't like funnier with 2020s context. Like, he is getting sodomized. New band Giphy mode. I think I'd like to give people the plunger. I think I'd like to give people... Dude, he hates that. It hurts. Dude, he's screaming. Oh my God. He does. It is bad. Well, in fact, most duck sex is either assault or necrophilia. Wow, that's good to know. Thanks, man. Dude, I'm saving this video, and next guy that pisses me off on Twitter. Why do people not post this all the time? I'm actually literally going to post this. This is my slime goatsy. Instead of doing Mario goatsy, this is like an SFW way of doing that where I won't lose brand deals. Like, if I send this to somebody, I'm not going to lose my Raycon sponsorship, you know? Like, forum weapon. Yeah, like... Dude, he hates that. It hurts so bad. He's screaming. The sound is awful. I didn't know this cartoon existed. I knew Donald was a Nazi. I knew he got tricked by a witch at one point. I knew all kinds of Donald adventures. I didn't know this happened. Dude, my algorithm is fucked up now. It's just, I've watched this like 100 times. Oh my God, man. Okay. My bad. Yeah. I think it's a little too small. We gotta like bring it in a little bit. We gotta like crop it, I think. It's hard to see. It's there. It's there. The idea is there. It's close. It's there. Dude, he hates that. There you go. There you go. That's pretty good. This is fucked up. You can see it. You see it go in. Oh, I've never seen this before. It says keep out. Oh my God. Look at it. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. He hates that. This is the level one, dude, in terms of judge sentencing, this is like the worst thing you could do to somebody. I think there's cactus, there's wheel, there's vat of acid, there's plunger. Plunger is the worst one. This is absolutely the worst thing to do to somebody. It's like medieval torture. It literally has entrance resistance. He's screaming. Dude, look at this one. Oh my God. I think I like the other one better because it's like slower. There's resistance. This one is like, this one is for repeat offenders, right? This one is like if you've been to jail a couple times, right? Oh, dude, he hates that. He hates that. Dude, Louis is resisting too. Look at the way he's pushing. Oh my God, he has to put his all into it. Why did they draw that? What could this possibly... I want to see the cartoon. Why did that happen? I've never seen that. All right, I'm going to find this cartoon and we're going to watch it together. Oh my God. We're going to figure this out tomorrow. All right. It's bedtime. Thanks for watching, everybody. I just can't stop. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. Choice or Voicer, and we'll watch the baseball video. I promise. Baseball video tomorrow. Choice or Voicer. Don't cry. Don't be sad. The stream is coming to an end. Don't cry. You're going to make me cry. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to put the VOD on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Twitch Primer Tier 1. Twitch Primer Tier 1 right now, okay? Send it up. I'll see you guys next time. Go ahead and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
How I love this pretty day.